Any? Where are we now? Where are we now? Getting gold. Nothing can stop me. All the way up. Yeah, yeah. What's that? For what? What was it supposed to be? Oh, rest. Oh, we did. You're right. I'll change that right and now. You bet your butt. Ready? Hang on. Oh, I didn't type. Of course it didn't. Come on. Oh. Gonna be gay. As long as it's all working. Okay, type. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know. Right? I'm trying to type something. I gotta change the title. There we go. There it is. Oh. In update title and there we go. Boom. Hey Monarch. Hey Blue. Good to see you guys. Sorry, I had to change my stream title there. What is it? Had to give some love to Stan Lee today. But Monarch is first in the door, followed quickly behind the aerokinetic paladin as he poofs in. Huh? I love you. What'd you do? How'd I spell peace? I spelled it like a piece. Oh, I did spell it like a piece of candy. Oh no, Maxie. Oh no, that's not how you spell peace. Yeah, no, that would be horribly disrespectful. Max doesn't know how to spell. English language is stupid. Or Max is just stupid, you know, either one. Pieces, rest in pieces. Hey Laws, good to see you. The elven healer arrives slowly or quickly behind the paladin. It is good to see you guys. I'm so happy to see you guys. You guys ready for some adventure today? Give a Monarch. There we go. Yeah, I know, right? I was telling my daughter about it today, too. That was the first thing I heard this morning. And of course, me and Cowgirl both had to make sure, you know, we had to go double check everything. And if multiple sources are saying it, including CNN and everything else, it's like, god damn. God damn. And guess what I found today? I found a really interesting channel. One day we'll be rating him, I'm sure. But he's a newer channel, but his name is I'm Castlehead. And I was just happened by chance going into the Just Chatting browsing page of Twitch just to see how many freaking streamer, you know, that girls are there, you know, that are, you know, like, so I could hate on him. And I saw his animation, and he basically has that same kind of program where when he talks, the animation kind of moves, and he looks like a castle head. And it was actually really interesting. I had a good time actually chilling on the channel. Like, it was a lot of adults, you know, we started talking D&D, and he plays a persona, and I really enjoyed it. Hey, Pro Gamer Guns. I saw your message. I'm like, I didn't answer because I'm like, right now, as quick as I can. Candy, yeah. Cowgirl's like, you spelled it like a piece of candy. I saw a video today, Pro Gamer Guns, about, and lols, about how, hell, even Blue, about if I invest in smithing, armor, and enchanting, you could basically be crazy powerful. Those three really work together in tandem. Let's see if I can fix. Oh, can I use this? Let's use this since I just got it. Oh. Huh. Are you supposed? Wow, Monarch, that's horrible. Demonetized. It demonetizes Monarch. But yeah, I started role-playing in his channel and stuff, and like, it took him a second, but he caught on, but we had a really good conversation. I had fun talking to everybody else, too. Actually, probably one of the first channels I've actually found that, like, he just started. He's only got about, like, 400 followers, like, less than, he's got, like, 25 on YouTube. Like, he's really new. He just started streaming, but he has a really cool idea that I like, and I respect the, you know, respect the idea and stuff like that. He looks like a superhero, but he's actually a villain. He's not his. I asked today what his alignment is, and he thought I meant political. And everybody's like, he's actually lawful evil, like evil, and I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, damn it. I'm like, I will keep a close eye on you then, Sir Castlehead. Yeah, we'll be raiding him one day. Like, I want to see if I can collab with this guy, but I'm not gonna say anything. I didn't self-promote. I didn't say I was streaming. I want to gain a relationship, and I actually had fun in the channel, and I think he would be really cool to what he does. He also has like a little computer he talks to when he's doing the just chatting. He does mostly just chatting. He doesn't do gaming stuff. And when I was heading out, he was like, you know, I'm sorry I changed to, you know, gaming. You know, I most people don't really like to switch from it. I'm like, honestly, I don't do just chatting forever, really. And I happened to see you, and I thought it was actually really good channel, and it was fun. What's up? Thank you so much for the host, Saphira. All my Rugrats. I'm gonna be sad when I change it. I am running away. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Change into Vampire Lord. But he has a really good idea. I think he could be really big. Like, actually, so, you know, no, it was really, I had a lot of fun talking to everybody. I felt welcomed by the community. Oh my goodness gracious me. Get away. Oof. This is scary. Jesus Christ. I don't know about this. I was out of lockpicks, so I used the hidden chest. Kiss, pro gamer guns. Yeah, Svenkin Stanley. Yashami! It's good to see you again. A familiar face enters into the banquet hall. A welcoming hey as she enters through the banquet hall wooden doors. You say, oh my gosh, this was a really bad idea. I ran into like just a deep. You don't see me. You don't see me. Why am I? Oh yeah? Oh yeah, mother lover. Hello, Pro Gamer Guns, Saphira, Monarch. Don't like girlfriend the way we just comment the game, and most of the people follow because the girl is hot. Yep. Yeah, tell me about it. You know, it annoys me too. But it's kind of like, well, you know, the people who watch it, that's what creates the problem, not it's the demand for that kind of content that's the problem, not the giver of the content, I guess, too. Oh, this is bad. Let's see if I can load a little farther before these guys. But is it the majority? On just chatting, I don't know. I looked today, I saw a lot of guys. I honestly am not gonna lie, like when I looked at it today at like what, Tuesday afternoon or Monday afternoon at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, There was a lot of dudes. There wasn't that many girls. And I cruised down. There's so many people that do just chatting. I'm not gonna lie. I went all the way down to the bottom of the list because I prefer smaller channels over bigger channels. And okay, there's that. Okay, so these guys pop up, and I have nothing. Just don't have. I need to call upon another. There you go. You do that, and then I will do this, and then I will also slow down time. Hey, good. Yes, take your time, enjoy your character. If you have any questions on like what other people have characters, because you know I do try to in the beginning. You know, I know eventually we'll have doubles, but right now we don't have as many, so people can be a different character and be something unique and not be the same as somebody else, because you know nobody likes that. These guys. Oh, that bow and arrow. Oh, crap. He's down. I need to call upon something else. Let's do the Conjure the Seeker. These guys seem to do some damage. Hopefully to be a Mystic. Yeah, so far Mystic is not taking more. I guess it's like what kind of race or body type or creature are you? We'd have everything from a troll to a dog to a kitty cat. And we'll do dragon aspect too. Now can't do a superpower right now. Okay, so crossbow is not gonna happen. We'll just shoot from afar right now while he's distracted. I'm gonna be careful. The little one's over there, so I'm not gonna be reading out some of the more profane things. No offense. Don't mind doing it. Just, you know, little one hasn't gone to bed yet. Oh, God damn it! Oh. Let's just do a Pell. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Minor. And let's do this on our way out. I'm in water. What the hell's burning me? The water? Maybe the water's burning you, Dad. No, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Can I call upon him again, or is that just gone now? Yep. Oh, I get it. Horny. Ha! I get it. I get it. Come on. Want to get me in the wind? You can't. You can't get me in water. I float. Ha! Figured it out. So the guy with the bow and arrow gets me. Did I just cancel that counter? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, Jeebus. Oh! Dang it. Walked into a death trap. That's what happened to me on level 5. You were on level 5 and you had to restart the game. You had to go back because you went so forward into the cave. Did he? Alright, so we're going to do this a little quieter this time. Let's do... We can't heal anything, right? Staff. Yeah, I can't. I don't have any charges. I do have charges in the bow, though. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. dead goblins everywhere. Moon enters into the banquet hall. Where did they die? Where? Like, hopefully not in this kingdom. Oh, you had a loop of death and you hadn't saved. Ugh. Okay, so now we will be quick save right before the shot. Can I add some poison to this? Frostbite venom, I'll do that. Oh, come on. Oh, it is, yep, I knew it. Every shot. Every shot. So what's up, Moo? Good to see you again. How goes it? Oh, God. Oh, crap. Oh, he's the one with the... That's what, you know, like, that's always been for me, like, Bethesda games, like, you know, you always have to, those are the games you always have to remember to save in. Red Dead. Really don't want to go to school in my class till 9 p.m. Jesus. Just brought a paintbrush. Okay. The artist pulls out a foldable canvas. As it spreads out, he starts to paint the room, or paint what inspires him. Why don't you die when you get crushed up there, huh? Closing the door. Edge. Can I do this? No. Go away. Go away. Now you can yell at me all you want over here. Huh? The what? No, it's actually empty. I'm sorry. Alright, so who do we have for D&D tonight? Show of hands. Show of hands. Ah, Jesus! Full health, one hit. Damn. Out of the ones that have characters. Sorry. The ones that are built. Are you trash? Shut up, Monarch. What'd I tell you? Yeah. Just random save. I just moved. Really? You just moved? I didn't. Why didn't you tell me? You didn't tell me. I'd help you move. Atronach, you set off the trap. Excuse me. Trying to shoot zombies here. Can you move, please? You're in the way. Really? Come on, dude. What the hell? Down to the left, shoot. Get him. Don't let him get up. Eat this. Ow. I got yelled at into a wall.
Yep,
Oh, I'm in the wall. No kidding. Huh. That's a pretty strong shout. Oh. Guess I just hit. Can he hit me? No, I can hit him though. We'll see if he hits me. Oh. Well. Yeah, he shot me. He shot me good. I was stuck. I was stuck in a wall, baby. Yeah, I got Fuso Dot into the wall. Dang. Okay. Now get away. To the window. To the wall. To the wall. To all these zombies crawl. To all these skeet. You can't kill him, Max. Stop trying. You gotta be more sneaky than this. What is one instant kill? It's an insta kill. I'm full health. So it's that powerful in here. Like I don't think I should be here. I don't think I should be here. Okay. Yeah. Something's Get low, you scared. To the body, to the floor, you scared. Get him out, hey. Take a thing, hey. To the right, to the left, and the right, hey. Okay, so I can't do that. Can't do that. Oh, I just did slow down time. Got it. Now back it up. Alright. He undoes my attack too when he does that. Move. Go. What hit me? Aiming with this thing is virtually impossible. Fucking table, dude. How? Oh, you can shoot me through that. That's so fair. Come on. Come on, big boy. Okay, that's one. No, not mods. 36 touch. You're gonna go with the whole song, aren't you? No, so not you. Oh. Left side behind the chair. Not yet. I'm not in the mood for pie right now. I have the high ground. You can't win this. Don't underestimate my power. And my legs are gone. Yeah, that's a reference to Star Wars, baby. Finish him. Fudge. All right. Okay. Yeah. This isn't Fortnite. Hey, I'm not going to be able to stay super late because I usually have to pick up a friend from the airport tomorrow and make it to classes. Oh, boy. You got a busy day tomorrow. All right, so then I think that's it. No, that's show of hands. Who wants to play some D&D? Those who have created characters and have their characters fully. I think that's, you guys want, play like an hour, 2? Yeah, it's never just 2 hours, right? Am I barefoot? I am barefoot. I hear the step of my feet. Okay, let's do. What I tell you, Monarch? Sure. ... is internet for I could care less. Well, 3 people so far. Babe, you 2, right? No, not today. Okay. Heroes all die, right? Okay. Let me switch this all up real quick. Okay. It's sarcasm. Am I not signed in? Of course I'm signed in. How could I? What? A pie? Yes, it was. Oh, I did not save any of that. Not saving. Something's wrong with YouTube right now. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so. Kitty, what the hell? What are you doing? God. Don't judge me. All right, come one, come all, gather around the banquet hall. Let us talk about the story, the adventures of our kingdom's quest. We currently find ourselves over 240 miles, about 5 days travel, in the world of, or near the town of Phandalin. We were brought here by a resident of our kingdom asking us to escort his mining supplies, for he had found a treasure or a vast entrance to a vast cave that that people have been searching for but 600 years. So we as on our way up to Phandalin to meet our friend Gunderson Rockseeker, we discovered to find that his caravan had been ambushed by goblins from the Cragmaw hideout, leading us all the way eventually to the Cragmaw castle. We find our heroes currently at ease a little more now. We beat King Grog. Grog sits sleeping, laying down, tied up on the floor in front of Skullface, Pro Gamer Guns, and Cowgirl. Right here. This is the big ugly Becker right here. Big guy. Monarch knocked him out after his wolf companion Snarl was defeated in battle. After defeating Grog, the female drow that was holding Gunderson Rockseeker in chains, was able to be stopped, and Gunderson. I heard Gunderson was. I told Gunderson as Max to run from her as I distracted her. She chased after him, and in turn, turning the corner and getting out of everybody's view, Hero found himself turning around a corner and seeing two Gunderson Rockseekers. The party decided to knock out all three creatures that were around the corner, a hobgoblin included in the escort, and through investigation and talking and insight, we discovered we discovered the doppelganger dwarf and proceeded to murder her face. Currently, we stand outside of the Cragmaw Castle. Max is searching around in a separate room. Monarch is been searching through some stuff, trying to find loot. Cowgirl finds herself standing near King Grog, and Pro Gamer Guns as well. No, he got knocked out. You knocked him out, and he was tied up. Oh wait, no, Cowgirl murdered him, so he's not red. Yes, so before murder, we asked King Grog some questions, right? And through some little bit of interrogation, nothing much was more discovered besides him working for the Black Spider, who seems to be controlling all the different webs around this part of the world, and he is just a general to the Spider King. In turn, arguments ensued. The guy was blasted in the chest with fire, turned to ash. He is now dead. Cowgirl looting his body before murdering him, discovered also the map to Wave Echo Cave, which either Gunderson Rockseeker had knowledge of, or we would find the map, and we found both. So we currently find ourselves next to a big dead body. Max is trying to search this room. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? You feel free. I'm just going. Right. Well, we're 2 days travel from the inn. We could set up camp. I was gonna search this room. If there's anything else anybody wants to do, search around. There's still some rooms to be searched in this castle. I figure we eliminate and find all find all room, discover what else is in all rooms, at least loot wise or something. Let's see here. Yes, you absolutely can start summoning your Reapers. So, Hero takes a couple steps in his goblin form. He takes a couple steps back, and how was it that you wanted to do it again? You wanted to, what was the motions and stuff you wanted to do to summon? But as he summons his Reaper form, he does the ritual to perform, calling upon his synthesist powers, the Eidolon creature, basically a wraith, if you will, or a spiritual creature, emanates from the center and spreads out in a Reaper form, the Reaper being bonded to his soul, I believe eternally. They help each other in battle. So you go from 3 health, your normal health is 3 right now, and you call upon heroes. I think it's 12 more health for you. What's up, Frip Frop? Can I play a gnome rogue? Absolutely. So what we do is we do play. I do play with my viewers and stuff. Most of the time I try to play with people who are a little more round, so I don't go crazy filled. But yeah, start creating your character, thinking about what you think of yourself when you enter our kingdom. And welcome. I am your host, Maxamillios, the King of Dracovia, your host tonight. As you find yourself entering into our banquet hall, you find 3 long tables attached to each other in front of you, able to walk between them, a fireplace facing towards you from behind, and a magic orb emanating on a flat screen from wherever you stand. Flat image illusion. Our current adventure. So, Hero, you are casting as your HP 12, so you go up to 15 health as your Eidolon appears around you. And you go back up to 15 health for your temporary hit points. I would like to go grab my bag from the side door. Can I start summoning? Absolutely. Okay, so Hero is going to head down. He walks over the dead hobgoblin, which he wanted to be his friend. And he heads down the way. Anything else anybody wants to do? Well, you're brand new, Flip-Flop. Or Frip-Frop. Stick around, get to know us. Honestly, D&D, we like to roleplay in our kingdom, so I welcome you. I am your dual-wielding, lightning-bending king, Maxamillios. My wife, the Fire Enchantress, and my daughter, the Dragon Princess, sit by my side. Currently, me and my wife are out on adventure, and you are watching our adventure on the Magic Orb in the banquet hall. Maidens walk up to you and offer you drink and welcome you as a guest into our banquet hall. The guards, seeing a goblin not having had a goblin seen in our kingdom, stand at attention. Blue standing at attention as well. Lol. Nothing, just recapping, Monarch. Right now we're not in combat. We're Max is about to head loot. Hero is heading down to Hero, you find yourself coming out the door. Luckily the door is unlocked. You head to the bushes where you left your bag with your other clothes. You can keep your clothes on you if you like. Your backpack's big enough to hold multiple clothes. It's just when it starts becoming weight, like 240 pounds is like kind of the max limit for weight, unless based on your strength. But 240 is about the max I'll do for people. But Monarch a little less because he's a butterfly. But you find yourself, you go into the bushes and you strip down and you change, you make sure nobody's watching you, and you keep an eye. You hear the rustling of the mounts not too far through the bushes. You kind of see them through, and they kind of see you. They're aware of you. They hear you, but nobody's staring. They're giving you some privacy, and you reform back into your gray changeling self. Nobody sees it. Your clothes for your old man, your character you like to play normally. You form back into him and find yourself back in your form you like to portray the most of the time. Welcome to the Drakari Keep. In front of you, Frip-Frop, you see the Paladin, Blue Knight, holding his poleaxe, our aerokinetic Paladin. I'm going to check this door and roll a perception check, make sure you know, I'm not running into anything crazy. Or it won't type. That's cool too. Don't type for me. Roll a 2. Oh, I did roll a 20. Yay, I rolled a 2. So I look at the door. I can't seem to get any perception on it. I don't think I really want to open this door now that I don't know. Does anybody else want to check this door for traps? Yes, the party does know you're a changeling hero. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. I walk over to Monarch and I walk over to this door and I kind of crack the door open and I kind of, in a lower voice, I whisper, Monarch, can you come check this door with me? Make sure that there's no traps behind this door. I'm looking around, but I can't seem to quite idea of this door, and I'm not too confident in my search. No knowing what kind of traps are behind this door. Would you help me? Cowgirl, you want to help too? Cowgirl hearing this comes as well. Like, I'll come, baby. Alright. Anything else anybody wants to do, they feel free. We're not in combat right now, but there's a couple of magic hand open. Yeah, you can actually. I don't see why not. It's not. You can check if it's locked, basically. I need to make sure. See, I think there's a door right here. I'm using my character yet, but I'll check the door. Thank you for following, Flip Flop. I want to search the room. Okay. What is it? The room with us? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Welcome to our kingdom. So Monarch's come. Go ahead, Monarch. Roll a perception check. Cowgirl as well. Let's see if who finds the trap, if there is one. And Pro Gamer Guns, are you searching the same room with us, or are you heading southwards? We've already kind of looted this area. Monarch did. Everybody did when we were here last time. We kind of looted this whole square. If you want to come with them, that's fine. Let's see what we find out here. There's another room to your south, Pro Gamer Guns. Skull face. I searched the room for a chest. I rolled. Rolled a 5. Monarch, you as well. Go ahead and roll a 20. There's a room down here to the south, Pro Gamer Guns. You find yourself walking a little bit more towards Skullface. The torch is grabbed. It's a little darker in here now that the torches were grabbed by the fires were grabbed by the changeling. Earlier he took the fires off the torch with his control flame. It's a little darker, but you come around the corner and you see a door in front of you. What do you wish to do? What did you say? Monarch rolled a 14. Monarch lands on the little doorknob and looks around, looks into the locks, and then lands on the floor and looks underneath the door and finds no traps. Monarch proceeds to open the door. It is very lit inside. You find that this is the king's chambers. It looks a lot more comfortable here than in any other room we've been in this castle. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Okay, absolutely. Roll a 19. Okay, thank you. I will get right to you, Pro Gamer Guns. So you find yourself walking in. To your left, Cowgirl, You see a brazier, you know, filled with fire and coal. To your right, you see a table and a couple of boxes. You also see King's Grog's bed, and you see light starting to fade outside the slits of the arrow. It seems like it is starting to get dark. It's about 7 p.m. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll 20. Pro Gamer Guns. Let's see here. What'd you get? She got a 19. So Pro Gamer Guns as well, like, has her little a dagger, and she kind of moves, fits it between the door and the runs it underneath to check for traps to see if she can find anything. She does not find any traps, and she opens the door. Pro Gamer Guns, you see in front of you what looks like another barracks. That is not, don't ignore that, that's not there. Ignore that, that is not there anymore. They came out already. That was earlier. You find yourself in the same room that Monarch had seen earlier when he was looking through and saw hobgoblins. Let's see here. You also see, as you walk in, a bunch of sleeping bags and, you know, a couple of spread around. You notice a couple of things. Go ahead and roll another perception or investigation check. Roll a 16. Okay, let me check some stuff. Quick. I want to double check. Alright, let's look something else. Anything else anybody wants to do? Go ahead, feel free. Just gotta look at something. Yep, nothing in there. Max, I transformed into something. I remember that form. Can I use it later? Yes, you can. Yeah, once you can transfer into anything, any creature, bipedal creature that's medium or small, as long as you've seen it. You only have to see it, and you can change into that creature and look like that creature. As long as it's a medium or small, and it's 2-footed. You can't change into 4-pedal. Yes, Pro Gamer Guns. Go ahead and roll a 20 for investigation. Cowgirl. You find another 50 gold in this box over here to the right. You also, Monarch, you notice an empty satchel. It looks like it used to be containing something, but it's an empty bag. Go ahead and roll if you like. Is there anything else you'd like to do? There's still a couple of things. Does this include books? Books or pictures? Very good question. I would have to look that up, but I don't think so. I would say that you have to see the person, like to imitate the person. I wouldn't be, you know, I would look into something, but I would say it depends. It's riskier. Like,
see a picture of the king and try to impersonate.
Yeah, you're gonna make. Yeah, I got you. I got an idea. So yeah, you would do something, but you would have like you wouldn't be at disadvantages. But yes. Mostly everything you deduct that most of the things you would find in this table was taken out in a hurry based on the attack that was being on the castle. You see things spread around and thrown around like he brought everything on him and was built for war. Hence, that's why you found 3 potions and the treasure map on you. Normally, and you found 4. You have 4. You have 4. You found 3. Yes. You deduct that everything that was mostly of value was taken and put on. Was taken out of the room and prepared for the battle. Pro Gamer Guns rolled a 12. You find you search through the sleeping bags. You find nothing in the first, nothing in the second, and nothing in the third. But it's just about you're about to give up. You see a little bit of coin, and you find 30 gold underneath the pillow of the fourth sleeping bag. Go ahead and write that down. The down south. Okay, so Cowgirl tells Max and Monarch that it looks like this room is pretty empty, and she has the treasure map and the 3 health potions that she got off Grog, and she tells us that she's going to go down and search a little more south, and that we should probably come along. So I'm going to follow her. Monarch, what are you doing? Blue, are you here today, or are you just observing? Okay. Alright, so you walk down here, baby, and Max is following you. You see Skullface to your left, just searching through stuff, holding his side. What is he at? He's at 9 health here today, actually, and we are not at full health, actually. None of us are at full health. I had to write it down yesterday what we were at, because we moved. You're at full health. I don't know. Let me see. Max. I am second when used. Spells. Follow. Okay, Monarch. So, babe, you go ahead. You find yourself walking towards the door, and you notice that it's not as easy to open, and it is. Hang on. So you get down here. You see Pro Gamer Guns next to you. You come into the door. You see Pro Gamer Guns. You both see a door in front of you. As you're searching around, you see another door. This door, however, looks locked, and you attempt to do your mage hand, but it does not take effect. You deduct that the door is locked. Now, go ahead and roll a. See here. I believe. Do an investigation. Roll 20 for investigation. Do you have to? That's fine. That's all I was looking for. So you notice that not only the door is locked, but it's got a bar on top of it. It's barred from this side, so it is locked for this side. So whatever's inside can't come out. You also hear a little bit of rattling of chains on the other side, and a little bit of a on the other side of it. Yes. Monarch is down here as well. Anything else anybody wants to do, feel free. Still not in combat. Just looking up something. We're getting something ready. It's Hero. Anything you want to do, you can. Feel free. You can start making your way towards us, or anything you want to do. You are changed back into your human form. Monarch is actually at 2 health. Pro Gamer Guns. I need to find out where that. I wrote it yesterday. No, I did. Oh, I wrote it on my news. That's what I did. Okay, there it is. Pro Gamer Guns had 12. Max had 10. We played yesterday night in the arena, so it transfers our health throughout whatever map we're on, so I don't have to worry about that. Skull is at 9 health. Hero is at whatever Hero's health. He wasn't there. Max is at I'm at 10 health. No, not 0. Monarch, you're at 2. Skull's at 9. Pro Gamer Gun's at 12. And Cowgirl is at her normal health. She wasn't in the arena. She was at full. Okay. I alert everyone to the door, and so just that something might be on the other side. I say, Max, unbar and open the door, and the rest of us slowly enter. I'll be ready to cast a sleep spell if everyone else has weapons at the ready. Have you gotten all your? Have you used all your sleeping spells? Or are you? Your last one. You're on your last one. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so everybody kind of gets ready. If anybody's down for this, Cowgirl kind of backs up, moves to the side. Max gets ready to unbar the door. Monarch, Pro Gamer Guns, what are you guys doing? I get in position, getting ready to unbar the door. Next. It's just your next turn, because one's in action, the other one's in action. Oh, like a light, yeah.
So I enter fire in my hand. But, like, I don't launch the fireball, like, I can choose.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm without consequence.
Yep.
So I
Okay.
enter with...
Okay, sounds good. Alright, so Hero walks up as well, comes through the door. As he's about getting to around the corner, he hears everybody talking about the plan, and instinctively also gets in position, ready to next to Monarch. They kind of nod to each other. Everybody gets in position and ready to have this door open. Everybody ready? Okay. It's just barred to keep something in. Yes. Yeah, it's something. It's barred to keep something in. All right. So, Max looks to everybody. Everybody nods that they are ready. Not a hobgo. Select move. I unbar the door. You kind of hear the hinges kind of squeak as I move the bar from across the doors. It's held by 2 metal clamps. It's barred. I just lift it up and put it to the side, and I open the door very slowly, and we start to hear this growl, this as the light shining from Cowgirl's hand attracts, because this room looks very dark on the inside. Let's see here. Out of all of a sudden, you start to hear this thunderous, this rustling, this booming as this yelling comes towards you, and you notice this owl-like head on a huge bear-like creature. I'm looking for the fucking thing. Oh. No kidding. Okay, hold up. Character. Guess what I don't have uploaded. It's here, I made it. I know I did, but at least I was pretty sure I did. But let me pull it up real quick. Pictures. Alright, gotta pull this up real quick. Of course. I was pretty sure I uploaded this creature because I knew this was coming, but apparently I didn't. Creature's just nowhere. Oh, I made it already too. There it is. Whatever. Monster. Okay. Well, the image is not there. So I'm just gonna pull it out here. See if I can do that real quick. It runs past you. This huge bear-like creature pushes past everybody. It pushes past Max. Everybody, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. Roll a 20. Cowgirl, go ahead and roll 20. Go ahead and roll the sleep spell since you were prepared. Go ahead and do the math. Yeah. So just tell me. 3, It's crashing. Program's crashing. Fine. What? What's the math? Total? Total? Matt, cowgirl, she snaps her fingers to do her sleep spell. The owl bear kind of, you see this flash around its eyes, it sparkles as it shakes it off, the sleep spell, and it runs past. Everybody go ahead and roll a 20 dexterity saving throw. Matt, 10, 20, rolled a 16. Cowgirl. Roll a 20. Cowgirl rolled a 2. Okay. Yeah, what'd you roll? 5 total? Okay. Alright, so the program is crashing right now. The Roll20 program is crashing, so you're gonna have to give me a minute. But this is why we use our heads and screw Roll20. Oh, it crashed big time. Yeah, dexterity saving throw. Yeah. What is your dexterity saving throw? Yeah.
No, it's still fun.
Okay. So the whole thing crashed. Sorry, everything crashed. All of Chrome just crashed. Everything. That's great. Give me a minute. But so everybody rolls their dexterity. So we're just gonna go off our heads because fuck this. So everybody except Monarch and Cowgirl, go ahead and roll 2d4. Both you, Cowgirl and Monarch. Pro Gamer Guns as well. Roll 2d4 right now. Help me on the math, babe, real quick while I get this all reset up and redone. Hey, Skullface. Perfect timing. 4, okay. 2d4, yeah. Roll 2d4. Fuck, yeah, you did. Fucking Cowgirl, she dodges, tries to dodge out of time, and it kind of brushes her with her shoulder. She gets pushed to the side. She takes 8 bludgeoning damage. Monarch as well.
Not hero.
Yeah, not hero. Hero got like a 16 or something. Yeah, that's good. Hero's fine. Monarch rolled a 2. Monarch rolled another 2. Monarch takes 4 damage. Monarch, he also gets hit by the same shoulder as the owlbear scratches with his side as it runs past all 4 of us. Monarch taking 4 damage gets knocked unconscious as he is slashed on the side. You find yourself unconscious, Monarch. Okay, hang on. Let me pull this up again. Properties. There we go. Yay. Oh yeah. Okay, and then I can pull. Oh, that's gonna.
We are the TV doctors of America, and we may not know much about medicine, but we know a lot about drama.
From scandalous.
Okay. Holy crap. Fucking. I'm so pissed that it's completely gone. I don't know where the hell it is, but I made a icon for it. But okay, so Monarch is unconscious. Pro Gamer Cowgirl takes 8 damage. For what? She didn't save. Pro Gamer Guns, you need to roll 2d4. Hero, you don't need to roll. You dodged it. 16, 15. 15. Yeah, pay attention to what Cowgirl says too. If she's typing,
yeah,
she's helping me out.
I tagged you. I said, 15, not you, your same path.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh, duh, it's half. Duh. Monarch is unconscious. The owlbear gets past.
Say roll 2d4 takes max.
The owlbear still pushes past and gets to about right here, pushing through the curtains as it charges through. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not paying attention, yeah.
I'm just gonna give
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Boom. Okay.
Rule.
So Pro Gamer Gun's also taking 8? Or rolling 2d4? If she isn't here, okay, I'm not getting any answer. Give it 2 minutes.
Just continue on. And
Yeah,
then
so the right now currently the bear is actually running past. We're still not in combat. It gets to about right here. Actually, everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Roll 20 for initiative. Skullface.
Fuck my life.
Okay.
I'm done today.
Hold on.
Now, did you just roll a 1?
I roll 1's a lot. Okay. Okay. Oh, except Monarch. Monarch does not roll. Well, no.
Yeah.
Monarch
Just
rolls
in
for
order,
initiative.
but
Yeah,
it's
you're in
over
order,
there.
but you're at the 0 initiative. When you're unconscious, you're last.
0 got a 10.
0 got a 10.
Yeah,
I don't think Pro's here anymore either. Okay. Oh, she is. Okay. Okay, roll. Alright, just take 8 down. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You find yourself at 4 health as well. Pro Gamer Gun's also taking a strike. She gets pushed back. She finds herself landing on the bed rolls and the padding she feels underneath her. Okay, Pro Gamer Gun's got a 10. Okay, so you got what? Yeah, Skullface is here. Skullface, not yet. You're not in combat. You're not here. You were about to be in combat, but you are over here. Okay, so, what did you get? Oh, one, you got 1.
I got a 1.
What did I get? 16. Okay. Okay, and the enemy. Yeah. 5. Okay. So it goes Max. Pro Gamer Guns are hero. Who do you want to go first? You guys can choose between each other. And then Monarch is not yet. Monarch is at 0. Enemy is at 5. Hey, this again. Yeah, it definitely Moobot reacts negatively when a lot of people are rolling, so you have to try and roll when it's not calculating someone else's roll. Go second. Okay, sounds good.
Sensitive.
Okay.
Not everybody's is. Yours.
Right. Okay. What do you want to do? Oh, Max is here. So he got a 9. Okay. What is he rolling for? He's not in combat. He's not in the combat. He just rolled initiative. Yeah, I had him. He's not in the combat yet until the thing. Sorry. He's not here right now. He's over here on the other side. So not yet. So.
Why are you adding numbers to it?
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Okay. So. I'm first. Let's see here. So I have 30 feet of movement. I'm going to see. Honestly, the bear. I'm gonna follow it, but I'm not gonna attack it. I'm gonna see where it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my movement right there. Is 30 feet. All right. I'm not gonna attack though. I'm gonna wait. Pro Gamer Guns, you're next. Okay. I like turtles. What's up, Moon Moon? Okay, so Pro Gamer Guns, you're up. I made. You're up. You get closer. Okay, so you're about 30 feet more. 5, 10, 15, 20. You're in attacking distance if you want. You can melee him if you like. Otherwise, we can go to the next person. All right. Quick. You know what though? Monarch is knocked out unconscious. I just walked past Monarch. I'm so sorry, Monarch. I forgot. Like I would normally walk up and try and give you a medicine check. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it. We both walked past our unconscious butterfly pal on the floor. Great job, everybody. Maybe I should make this more yellow. Yellow is knocked unconscious. Like a yellowish orange is like that's unconscious. It's a warning, yeah. It's a dark orangish yellow warning color. You are gonna die. There, is that a little easier to see? Yeah, you got closer, but now you are in attacking distance. Do you want to attack? Okay. Or do you want to see where it goes? I take one long sword and throw it at him. Okay. You want to throw it? You don't have to. You're right next to him. But you throw it. You're at disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. And hopes the blade part stabs him. So you're at disadvantage when you do ranged attacks really close. So, I would honestly recommend you don't throw it, but you want to throw and you roll twice. You roll 20 twice and take the worst roll, because you're throwing a distance weapon and you think so. So go ahead and roll 20 twice, and take the worst result if you know that's what you're gonna do. And add your dexterity. So your dexterity. What? Ooh, did you make that? Wow. What program is that?
It's a color by number.
Okay. Your dexterity is pretty good. You have a +4 on your dexterity. I would just recommend you just attack. Normal. Like, I won't be giving these hints out later. We're actually really low level, so... And we're all still kind of learning, but...
Anybody should be getting hints anymore.
Like, nobody gets hints anymore. Alright, what you doing? Go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get these turns rolling. This is taking about 10 minutes just for it to run around right past us. Let's get these actions typed out and going quicker. Okay, so as Pro Gamer Guns is taking her time to do that, Hero, you are next. What do you want to do? Roll again a 20. If you're throwing it, roll a 20 and take the worst result. I'm being adventurous. It's fine. It's just I'm gonna start doing that rule of that, like, ranged attacks that are like they have a minimum distance, like bows, arrows, gothics is guns now. They're like they have to be shot from a farther distance, or else you have to use melee. It's kind of a balancing system, and now I know why they do that. If it was just easy to shoot somebody with a ranged weapon so close, it would have a bad, it wouldn't work in. Rolled a 6. Okay, Pro Gamer Gun. So you grab your sword and you throw it at him, and you hear the all of a sudden it hits the butt end of the owlbear, and it ching 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 hits to the ground, right next to the owlbear. Hero, you're up. Do I get any more spell slots for my level? Now that you're level 2 now, huh? What is your health for your level 2, your guy? Hey Gothics, it's good to see you. We miss you, buddy. The vampire assassin enters into the banquet hall and sees his friends on battle. You're still over here. Okay, so Skullface, you can have a turn. What do you want to do? You're not in initiative, but you're not in combat either. So is there anything you want to do? You can. Yes, rest in peace. Yep. But Hero, you are up next. I would say not from a level up, you don't gain any spells. It's usually after it's usually it's not that you I mean, you know what? Let me see. You do get something while we're doing that. I mean, I think you get more spells you can do, but the spell slots you already spent today, you don't get back. Assist summoner. You're using I'm talking about like your summoner has certain spell slots he can do. It's your spells that you're allowed to do is the wizard's spell list, but you are a synthesis summoner, and whatever the powers and things you're allowed to do is what the synthesis summoner can do. It's the wizard's spell list that you're using, not the summoner's spell list. You're using your class is the summoner, but your spell list is the wizard's, because the summoner spell list was way too much. You gain at level 2, you gain 1 more spell. You have used both your spells, right? So you get 1 more spell right now. You also got, yeah, we still have to rest for you to regain the other spell slots, but you did level up and you gain. So now here's your choice with your health, bud. You either choose to do 5 or you roll a d8 and take what the roll gives you, and we add that plus your constitution modifier to add to your health. So we're gonna do that. Can't stay too long. No. Watching from vacation in Florida. Oh, hell yeah. Freaking, well, congratulations on your vacation. That is freaking awesome. I hope you're having fun down there. Jump ring to get to the roof and examine the battle from above. Okay. So, Skullface. I'd say you have 1 more spell. I don't think you've used, you only used, have you used 2 spells yet? You used only 1 spell, right? You didn't use 2 spells yet? You'll take 5. Okay, plus your constitution, Hero. Your constitution is 1, so 6. So 6 to your total health. So 9, so that's 15. And 6 would be 21. Right now, your temporary hit points. So there you go. Boom. There you are. And you have 1 more spell. I believe you didn't use 2 spells. So Skullface, this is a roof that you can't jump on right here. This leads all the way up. You can jump on top of these barrels, but as far as these ceilings go and these ceilings go, these go all the way up. You're not able to climb these. These are a lot higher. These are higher than your jumping would allow you. You try to jump up and you get to about, I believe your jumping normally is 5 feet up, and then times 3 more, so that would be about 15. You jump up and you barely get to the top of the roof. If you go ahead and roll an acrobatics check, let's see what happens. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. As you jump up, you're in that moment. The moment slows down. You see the roof as you're reaching up, and you're almost there, and you feel it, and you try to get some momentum off the wall. Hero, you do have a spell now. I think you have a. I think you've only used magic missiles on the goblin outside, and I think maybe one more time. I don't think you've used magic missile twice. So you still have 2 more slots. I gotta find where this owlbear thing is. Oh, creature. There we go. Owlbear right here. Oh, doing about using magic missile. Okay, so 4 and 3 and 1 more. So 4, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9, 9 plus 10, 11, 12. Very good. So Hero moves up towards Max, and he kind of looks to Max and kind of winks in his old man form. I was like, oh crap, you changed. I forgot. Okay, yes. And he blasts. You see these 3 light energies fly past you, pro gamer guns, as they burn through the curtain. As the curtain is ripped to the side, they burn past some of the straps, and they hit the owlbear for 12 damage. Right, 4, 5, 3, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 damage. Okay, very good. 9, 7, 4. Okay, very good. Owlbear kind of rolls out. You hear the 3 balls fly towards the owlbear, and the owlbear gets punched to the side. It yells out in frustration. That's okay, Gothics. It was good to see you. We miss you, buddy. Everybody go check out Gothic's channel. He uploaded another video. You know, leave a comment, a like, give some love to Gothics. Let me, if I can find something. Okay, Skullface, did you roll that? Skullface, let me see here. Skullface rolled a 1. Skullface, you just barely get to the ledge of the thing, and you almost feel your finger touch it as it just barely lets go, and you find yourself sliding back on the wall next to you. You notice Snarl, the wolf pet, next to you, dead body, and you think of Silver, and you pray that you never see this sight. Alright, so next, Hero, you're good. The enemy is going to roll. Okay, so the owlbear is goes into sees the door open to its left, sees the door open to its right, and takes a left to run through this entrance, bashing the door as it busts through. As the door is already open, he kind of just slams it open. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. About right here, about 30. Skullface, you start to hear this boom, 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 boom as it gets louder and runs past you. You see the owlbear kind of look. You kind of make this eye contact together as it kind of snarls but keeps moving. You notice the 3 singes on its back hide, left side of its butt, as it is left over from Hero's missile snares, missiles. the enemy, that is the turn it's going to use. It's going to use another dash action instead of attacking. It's going to use another 30-foot action instead of attacking. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is now running past Gunderson Rockseeker. You start to see him just take the fuck off from you, Skullface, as he is running the hell off. Still freaking dead. Monarch, go ahead and roll a death saving throw. Roll a 20 for a death saving throw. Or actually, Cowgirl. It's your turn. Heal, Monarch.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead, my babe. Roll a healing. Monarch, seriously though, you know, like, I'm not gonna make Cowgirl your personal healer, so definitely start thinking about how to armor up or stay to the side so you're not just constantly getting killed and Cowgirl has to use her turn every time to heal you. Alright? Because that's what's happening a lot. And I feel bad that she has to do that every time she plays. She's just keeping you alive. Alright, so you rolled a 4, so 4. You rolled a 1 plus 3, so 4 health. Alright, Monarch, you find yourself, as the light was coming to you and other butterflies are like, come with us, Monarch. You wake up and you find yourself on the floor as you are brought back to life by Cowgirl's healing orb. And you find yourself awake. Now it is your turn, actually, so go ahead. What would you like to do? You don't have to roll a death saving throw. I forgot, Cowgirl's right before you on the 0 initiative. You had 0 initiative. Okay. So Monarch, your turn. Try and get these out. Get these out. Yeah. It's only taking long. It's kind of like if you guys are wondering why it takes so long, yeah, there's reasons. Everybody needs to have their turn ready to go by the time it gets to their turn, you know. So like we're not sitting there. Okay, now that it's my turn, I'm gonna think of what I need to do. No, get it ready. All right. I rolled a self-healing word. Okay, sounds good. Rolled a 1 plus healing word is 1d4 plus 5, so 5 health. You find yourself, Monarch, as you heal up. You feel this energy revitalizing around you as you use your healing word as another spell. So I believe that is, I think you've only used 1 spell today, right? I haven't seen you use any other spells, so you have used 1 spell out of your, how many you can do a day? I think you can, 3. You can do 3. Okay, sounds good. It is now my turn. I'm also going to give chase and slip past Pro Gamer Guns. 10, 20, 30. I'm going to use my dash action as well to get another 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Skullface, you also, after you see the owlbear running and you see him run past the bushes, you see Max giving chase, following as well. I do not notice you though. I keep running. You don't see me look at you. I do that, then someone or something does something that makes me want to do something not possible. Yeah, that's, you know, I get that. But just have it ready, you know. As it changes, then get that ready before I'm calling your name.
Yeah,
you know.
attribute.
And make sure it works with your attributes. Yeah. Okay, so Pro Gamer Guns, your turn. move into the next room. Okay, so 5, 10, 15. You want to go all the way out? Are you chasing the bear? 30 feet? Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If you want to use your dash action, you can get another 30 feet in if you like. You just can't attack. It's instead of attacking, you can use a dash action instead, and you get another 30 feet movement. You just can't attack. It's like getting farther, at least, if you like. Otherwise, Hero, it is you are up next. Get ready. Okay, Skullface, you got a what was your initiative you had that you rolled? Do you remember? I'm gonna give chase as well. Okay, yes please. Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're right on the tail of the owlbear. You find yourself running past and pushing past Max as you're like, hey, as I see this little gray and white brownish white creature just fly past me and dash with her horns. She's like, hey, bye. And Hero gives chase as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Same as you. So Hero, did you want a dash action or just give up the chase? I don't really want to attack on my turn. What was your go ahead and roll initiative, Skullface. Let's just do that again. Go ahead and roll initiative. 12? Okay. So that'll put you... I'm right under Hero, okay? You're next, Skull. Right before the enemy. Yep. Alright, you're next after this, Skullface. Get ready. Dash? Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As both of you run past me, and I feel like, as I huff and puff, you guys dash past me, and you are right on the tail of the owlbear. Okay, next is Skullface, you're up. I run up next to Max and shoot at the bear, trying the thing with a hex, and with a spin, I try to shoot it in the back of the head. Eldritch Blast. Okay. The hex is a bonus action, right? I believe. Yep, Hexblade's Curse, +2. Okay, sounds good. Alright, so Skullface, 5, 10, 15, 20. You find yourself 30. Find yourself about right here next to Max. You go ahead and roll a 20. As you get ready, with one hand you get the Eldritch Blast, with the other hand you snap your fingers and kind of wave them around, and this greenish black smoke of arcane energy consumes the bear as he is cursed with the Hexblade's Curse. Is it +2 on its damage, and the critical on a 19 and 20. And then you get, if it dies, you get health equal to what your charisma plus your level. So go ahead and roll 20 for attack. And half the world dies. Oh yeah. Rolled a 5 plus. What's your plus? 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh really? 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits. That is a hit. Fuck. Is this 12? Okay. Okay. No, it's 13. Oh, damn it. I think no, it's not. It's not a hit. 13. It's no. It's 13. And where's my fucking phone? All right, yeah, it's a miss. I'm so sorry. As you, the arcane energy, you start to blast towards the a crackling sound rips the air as the owlbear like looks behind it and sees the blast coming and kind of moves to the side as it bites past it. Okay. Oh, the enemy will go now. Seeing this eldritch blast, the owlbear kind of does one of these. It grabs its claws into the ground and kind of uses its momentum to whip itself around and face its enemies. They're giving you advantage for the fight. And fucking it gets ready to attack Pro Gamer Guns and Hero. It gets ready to do its beast and bite attack, rolling 2 20s for its multi-attack. One, it misses its first attack. It strikes towards you, Pro Gamer Guns. You kind of dodge backwards as it misses its attack. After it strikes towards you, Pro Gamer Guns. It goes for a bite attack towards towards Hero. +7. Target takes 10 damage, 10 piercing damage. Skullface as you or Hero as you are back down to 11 health. As it bites in, it kind of gets a nice little. You feel the pain kind of enter as your chest as its pointy beak pulls at your leather hide armor and kind of tears at your chest. You yell out in pain.
Okay, Kellyanne, you want to start getting ready for bed?
And then it's up your turn, babe. We're all the way fucking down here, by the way. You are you're down here in a room. Everybody ran the fuck off towards the owl. You are next to Monarch. You can come, you can get closer, but you didn't do other things. You don't have to chase us. There's other things you can do here. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can use your dash action. You want to use your dash action to get another 30 feet, but you can't attack. You don't have anything to attack anyway if you don't want to. Another dash action at least. Where? More than 60. 5, 10. You can get into position, so or you are between walls. There's nothing. You find yourself in a room to your left, the door, so you cannot see the monster yet. Okay. 5, 10, 15. It's because that healing you used it instead of chasing him down. You had to heal Monarch, and that's
But if I could,
yeah.
I could still cast
Yeah.
All of Truth.
15. You used an action to do your dash action. 30 or 25, 30. So you find yourself next to me. Hi. Yeah, hi, baby. You find yourself after you
Use my scroll. Should I?
is no, using a scroll is an action. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Monarch, you're up next. Monarch, you see everybody run past you. You start to hear the sounds of the bear kind of fade as the footsteps also fade as everybody runs out the room chasing towards the owlbear. You also hear the crackling energy, a familiar sound of Skullface's energy, or his eldritch blast. But then you also hear this kind of fuck after the blast, and you kind of giggle to yourself because you kind of know what happened. Those things are dead. Anything that's red is dead. Red, dead. I want to go explore the left side of the castle. Okay, so Monarch, you go ahead and roll an investigation check. Monarch, roll 20. Or perception. Sorry. Rolled a 1. Damn it. All right, Monarch. So you look to the door to your left, and you just notice that it's dark, but you keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get to about right here. Using your normal movement. Is there anything you want to do? Otherwise, you can move a dash action and move farther to the left, or catch up, or whatever. You find yourself next to the dog that did you kill the dog? I don't know if you killed the dog. Somebody killed the dog. What creatures are you talking about? What are those two creatures to the side of the enemies? I don't see any other creatures next to any other enemies. I see Gothics, but all these red are creatures, but there's no other creatures anywhere that's not red. So, and if you're talking about other creatures, there is no other creatures that are there on the map. At least over here in this square area, what you're talking about. I'll use a dash. All right, which way did you want to go? Left? The left side of the castle, the way we came in? You find that you have a hallway to your side to the south you can go to. You can go to your right towards everybody that's in the battle, or you can go left through the open door where we were in the church where we fought all those goblins. And you notice the blood pools start to pour underneath the door as the immense amount of bodies start to alleviate their bloody goodness. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You find yourself flying over the dead hobgoblins and the piles of bodies. You kind of let out a phew as you remember how bad it got there. I am up next. Oh, yay. Quick overview of the castle. Yes, you can. Absolutely. This is the only reason I allow this is because you can kind of remember what you've seen in game, at least. Like your character would kind of remember what it's seen layout wise. So this is the entrance we came through. This is a hallway. This is a old trapped way ceiling above this, but it's been deactivated. To your left is the kitchen. Also downwards, southwest is the other archer barracks. But as Max's turn, I move in towards the owlbear as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I get to its side, and I move in for... oh crap, I have like 10 health left. I go in for my attack. And then after Max will be Pro Gamer Guns. You're next, okay? Get ready. 17. Rolled a 2. So I go in for my strike. As I shoo, shoo. The owlbear kind of jumps up and gets on its two hind legs, and I miss on my first or my second strike. I roll my damage for the first strike. Plus 4 is 5 damage. I strike towards the owlbear, and I kind of nick his claw on the backside, but not doing too much damage, as I give him 5 damage. He's still looking pretty good and pretty husky and healthy. Pro Gamer Guns, you're up. Oh, Gamer Guns, you're at 4 health, by the way. Hope you realize this. Yep. Our girl does not have any more mass heals, by the way. I yell that to everybody in the battle as I'm like, be careful, watch your guys' step. Cowgirl's used all her spells for healing today. She is spent. I run between the 2 enemies that are... There are no enemies besides the owlbear. Next to the... I run in between the 2 enemies. There are no other enemies. There are next to the big bird. That are next to the big bird. That is Blue and Gunderson Rockseeker that are next to you. Anything that's... like I said, there was no other enemies right now on the map besides the owlbear. You run to this right side and go and do a 360, cutting them both in the... There's no other enemies. You roll 20, and only the owl is there. If you want to attack the owl with the talon, you can. If you want to continue attacking Blue and Gunderson Rockseeker, you're welcome to do that too. But you, as Pro Gamer Guns positions herself right between Rockseeker and Blue, and she pulls out her talon and gets ready to attack. Use my Naginata to clip the wing of the big bird. All right, so go ahead and roll your 20. Pro Gamer Guns, she thinks about it and takes a second thought, and she's her talon and pulls out her Naginata from her back, unties it, and spins it around, and gets ready to strike at the big bird creature. Say it's running about 8 feet tall right now, 9 feet tall. It's standing on its hind legs right now. Roll the 6 plus. Naginata is 12. Fuck. Okay, so Pro Gamer Gun, she grabs her Naginata and strikes down towards the owlbear. The owlbear sees it coming and smacks her Naginata back with his claws, and hitting the right side, flat side of the blade in time as it pushes it back. Hero, you are up next. I'm gonna never mind, you didn't see it yesterday, did you? Later on, Pro Gamer Guns, I wouldn't use it right now, but you have this action surge ability as a fighter that you can do another turn, but you can only do that once a day, and that gives you an extra attack. If you ever find that you get contact with one of them and you're like, okay, I want to use my action surge, you can get, and you have to roll another attack and see if you get contact with that one. But action surge basically gives you another attack as a fighter. Attempt to calm the airbound. Okay, go ahead and roll a animal handling check, Hero. So Hero, you know, kind of puts his hands up and puts his sword away and kind of I don't really have anything to offer the bear or anything, huh? Rolled a 9 plus, Hero. What's your animal handling? Oh, wow. Okay. 14? Fucking close, but not close enough. Fucking, you notice the bear kind of, it doesn't attack you, but it's not calmed down. It kind of snarls and as you kind of move your hands towards it. Is there anything else you want to do? And then next is the enemy's turn. What is it? So, as far as actions go, I'm just waiting to see what he wants to do. Can I set my dagger down? It's already sheathed. Your animal handling check didn't pass. You still can do an action, but you know, it's like, what do you want to do? You know, you can put your dagger down and step back, but you already failed your animal handling check, so it's not going to do anything. If you want to know, mechanically wise, the animal handling check. If you would have told me you put your dagger down and stepped back and maybe had some meat or something to give the owlbear, you would be, you know, or something, whatever the hell they eat, that would have an advantage on the check. But just straight up trying to calm an animal down that you guys just attacked and hit, you'd have to roll a 20 to get it to just be docile. You know what I mean? So, I will take it that that is your action pretty much, unless you're going to attack it. But to get this rolling and moving on, I'm going to, the enemy is going next. So that's why I kind of want to make sure what you're doing. Attack and use the scythe. Okay. All right. Roll 20 for the attack. You got to roll 20 to see if it hits. First. Incarnate. Yes, I do know about Incarnate. What's up, Ranger Paul? I didn't like it. No, I liked it because it looked very pretty, but it could not do the size of the map that I'm trying to do. I can't do any. The pictures look so big, and there's only 4 pictures that you can use. You can use mountain, tree, city, and that's it. And good luck, you know, creating detail in the map. You know what I mean? Yeah, Skullface will be up next as well. Rolled a 1. Roll 20. Rolled a 4. Hero, you get ready to attack, and the arcane energy, the Reaper makes itself bigger. Everybody looks to see this figure, this ghostly black figure, Death Reaper, with its face blacked out as it strikes towards the owl. The owl takes a step back and dodges just in time. Skullface, you're up. With rage you see and anger in my face and eyes as well. I listen here, you fluffy bird bear. Fuck bitch. The next I say is I charge my Eldritch Blast at 8, shooting at its head. Go ahead and roll. About the D&D Ranger. Well, it's not that what I want you to be. You can be what the Ranger you want to be, but it's like I recommend the Unearthed Arcana Ranger. It has a rebalancing that's just way better than the original Ranger. It is an official class. It is built by Wizards of the Coast. It's a variant rule, so it doesn't. I don't think it's allowed in Adventures League, but it's allowed in our game. On your turn, absolutely, Pro Gamer Guns, you can use a hero or a potion. Skullface, go ahead and roll 20 for your attack, please. And then you have to premium, which is stupid. You're right, Ranger Paul. You have to pay for more pictures, and I used it. Trust me, I spent hours looking up maps and stuff, and I honestly, this Asgard's map builder that we have is just a lot better. Fallen rolled a 4. Everybody's missing. Skullface also, after saying his in this really great speech, he kind of shoots towards the owlbear, and the owlbear kind of yells at him, and he kind of he hesitates, and it shoots past, right past the bear, kind of singeing a little feather next to it. The bear is going to go next. It turns towards you, Pro Gamer Guns. Sees how you're kind of holding your side. You have a lot of cuts on you. You're bleeding. You're at 4 health, and he's going to move in for a attack, and then attack Blue as well. Gunderson Rockseeker is kind of in a very bad spot right now. He misses Pro Gamer Guns. And he hits Blue. So Pro Gamer Gun, seeing it coming, you see the bear kind of just, it gets back on its all fours and it comes at you and strikes with its claws and misses you. You kind of slip to the side, just out of the way, and it walks up and reaches towards Blue as well. Going for Blue, it runs into an attack of opportunity running out of my range of 5 feet, so I take attack of opportunity as Blue takes, what's the beak attack was 10 damage. Blue's down to 6 damage as the beak crunches towards Blue. He gets a little bit of his beak into a joint part of Blue's armor and pulls down. Blue feels the pain of the piercing of the beak, just kind of as it's growling as it bites him, and he pulls away from the beast. And simultaneously, I roll for my opportunity attack. Hero, you roll for an opportunity attack as well. About right here. I roll a 15. I roll my damage. I rolled a 1. I do 5 damage to the fucker. Again. 1. Today is Veterans Day. Yes, it is. You know, I can't personally do it on the weekdays and the nights. Yep, so then you're... I'm sorry about that, bud. We do it on Mondays. Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays and maybe Sundays, but... I can't do Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday anymore. I mean, I could do Sunday, but it seems that it's better for everybody on Monday. Hero, roll 20. Opportunity. He moves towards Blue. Next will be Cowgirl. What would you like to do? You can see him. You can move a little to the left and see him. Yep. You do. What? The scroll? True. You want to use it on this bear right now? Okay.
Well, what is it look?
It's looking. He's not looking too good, but he's still got a little health to him. Yeah. He's not looking too bad. He's a little cut up, but nothing too bad. What do you want? Hero left. I gotta go to bed. Oh, that sucks. All right. So go ahead, babe. Rolled an 8. plus 5 is 13. Barely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Yep, barely hits. 8 plus 7. Is that what you have? 8. No, your 20 that you'd rolled. 8 plus what? What is your attack bonus? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, 13. 2 plus 3, 5 damage. So Cowgirl, Skullface, you start to see Cowgirl get a fireball ready in her hand, right? Fireball and bow. Damn it! And does gets pulls out her unknocks an arrow and pulls and shoots towards the owlbear. You start to hear this whip sound as the arrow slides past you, doing 5 damage. Right? You said. All right, the owlbear gets as it gets a arrow in its shoulder, right shoulder, and kind of just as it yells out. Monarch, you're up. Yes, there is a nasty brawl going on. Actually, don't have a lot of health. We're fighting an owl or an owl-like bear creature. Owl bear. Join the group. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can use your dash action otherwise to move closer. Otherwise, I'll move on to my turn. If you'd like to do your dash action or anything else, go ahead, let me know. I run towards the bear. I'm like, I'm not done with you yet. And I come up to strike from behind. $20. Rolled a 7 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just fucking barely. 17, hell yeah, 2 strikes. I go behind the bear and I strike, shoom, shoom, as I strike towards its back. I do leave 2 gashes on its lower back side. 2. Fucking 5 plus 6 is 11. I strike towards the owlbear. It's 2 quick strikes. The owlbear kind of yells out. And do 11 damage. It's not too bad. The owlbear, you know, is starting to bleed pretty bad. Its gashes are starting to show. Pro Gamer Guns, you're up. Alright, so Pro Gamer Guns, not starting to feel good and just barely dodging her last attack. She takes her option. She pulls out a potion out of a red looking potion with a thin neck and comes out wide. It's got some glass design on the right side. She pops the cork, thunk, and she starts to as she drinks her potion. 3 plus, she got a 3 or 5. Plus 6, so 6 health. Pro Gamer Guns, you find yourself back at 10 health. Okay. Hero is not here. Skullface, you're up. All I've noticed with people is that, like, if you really want to stay up late, you can. It's just how important is it to you, you know? Like I get it, you have to drop people off, like, you know.
We have done everything in our power.
Yeah, I try to do. I've done everything in my power to try and accommodate for everybody.
Everybody has different schedules.
And everybody just has different schedules, yeah.
You know, Me and you are gonna have
I
schedules
can't.
that have to work. I live here.
Die, die, die. Roll 20. Yep. So Skullface, getting frustrated, moves in a little closer past Cowgirl and says, "I'm tired of this fucking shit. Just fucking die." And he gets the arcane and he pulls towards it and he hits. That's a hit. You should obviously. And the Eldritch Blast starts to gather and arcane energies this ball and shoots this beam as it crackles in the air. Um, 19 or 20. Question though. At least I believe so. We could look that up, but I believe it's the dice rolls, not the on a crit is like, or you would crit on 19 and 20 means you have to roll 19 or 20. Okay, 6 plus 1 on necrotic. Different spell. Different spell. Different spell. Different spell. You did. Necrotic damage is only for the level 1 spell Hex, and you did the Hexblade's Curse. Hexblade's Curse does plus 2 damage and does a crit on 19 or 20. Level 1 spell Hex is if you cast the Hex spell, but you have to do that on your turn. And I believe you used all your I think you may have one left as far as spells, but I think you only have one left. Honestly though, it's not apparently. Like it's too late for everybody. It's like 9 o'clock for you. 10 o'clock, that's late. It's a late time, and like any earlier, I'm just interceding on my family time and stuff like that, and dinner, and like doing stuff with the family. Starting earlier.
We're gonna have like.
Yeah.
So that when we need 5,
Five,
we can
yeah.
get 5 out of 20.
Wow, pretty much, right? Okay, so you do the rolled up, buddy. So is there a crit with the Hex? No. So you rolled an 18, you hit. You do 6 damage. You're supposed to do an Eldritch Blast with 10. So roll a 10. You do a 10. You got it. Okay, so if you just did Hex, Hex is an action. So you do the Hex. That's fine. So you on a hit, extra 1d6 damage. So you activate the Hex spell. You point towards the owlbear, and like again this familiar sight of again blacky arcanic green smoke surrounds the bear, and you cast a level 1 spell called Hex on the bear. It is different than your warrior's Hexblade's Curse. That is a bonus action. That's a completely different spell. So this is the Hex, which is all your things have fucking Hex in it, so it does get a little confusing. But this is a level 1 spell, concentration, 1 hour, on a hit, extra 1d6 necrotic damage. You have to get a hit, so you can cast the spell on him right now, but that is your action. If you had a let's see here, yeah, so I think that's it. I know that you can hold something in your second hand and you can do a strike with your dagger as a bonus action, but then you can't add your strength or dexterity ability modifiers to it. So if you want to grab your dagger and stab towards the bear, you can do that, but you only roll a 1d4. You can't add your strength modifier to it or your other modifiers to it, because that is a ability called dual wielding that you get, that you can add ability modifier to it. So go ahead and roll a d4 if you want to grab your dagger out and you're like, Zah! That is a bonus action. That is a secondary small, that can only be done with a light or small weapon. It cannot be done with a naginata or a long sword. It has to be done with a light or finesse weapon, and a dagger is a finesse, or is a light and light weapon, not a finesse. It is a light weapon. So if you want to roll 1d4, you can, but that's it. Yeah, Hex stays there. Hex is there. So you did Hex again. So you okay, Hexblade's Curse. Listen up, Skullface. All right, let me explain this again, okay? Hexblade's Curse is a bonus action. You did it on a different turn. That's fine. You did Hexblade's Curse. That is the +2 damage critical roll on 19 and 20 and thing. But then you want to do Hex, which gives you the necrotic damage. That is a completely different spell. That is a level 1 spell, not a bonus action. It is a level 1 spell. You can cast that on your turn now, but that is your action. You cannot do Eldritch Blast on if you've already done your action. Everything has Hex and Hexblade's Curse and Hex in it, so it gets a little confusing. But Hexblade's Curse is your Hexblade ability. You are a level... No, that's Hexblade's Curse. So it's a bonus +2 damage critical roll on a 19 or 20 is Hexblade's Curse. Hex is a level 1 spell which you are doing right now. That is an action. That is your turn right now. You can do that, but then you have to be able... You have to... yeah. Skullface is up right now. Pay attention. I'm talking to him about his ability. So you can cast Hex right now. Is that what you want to do? You can cast. Okay, but then you... Okay, so if you did Hex and not the Hexblade's Curse, that's fine. But you asked me about the 19 or 20 crit. You asked if that is the what's it called, the 19 or 20 crit. That means to me that that's the spell you were doing. And I explained that to you when you asked to do the Hexblade Curse. I'm like reading it out loud. I'm like bonus +2 damage critical roll on 19 or 20. I was describing the effect to you, and you agreed to it. So I thought that's what you meant for Hexblade's Curse. Now that's fine. We're gonna keep moving on, and you're gonna do the Hex on him right now, and we will move on from that. But you can do Hex as an action, and we will. You can do your dagger otherwise as a bonus action attack, but that's about it right now. You can do a d4, but you did your Hex, which I will add to it that you did the Hex. But I said Hexblade's Curse when you... I was pretty sure I said Hexblade's Curse out loud. You have 3 different spells that have the word Hex in it. So Hexblade's Curse, Hex level 1 spell, and Hex Warrior. So we will just do Hexblade, and we will go from there, okay? How about that? Well, level 1 spells are never bonus actions. Well, not never. That's not true. They can be bonus actions, but the thing is I always... I'm sorry for the confusion, but when I say Hexblade's Curse versus Hex, and you've always said you've said Hexblade's Curse and you've said Hex. Now Hex you've done. I remember you doing Hex. That is a concentration spell and you did that, but that does not include the 19 or 20, and you have asked me after doing Hex if you get the 19 or 20 crit before. You've asked me that, so it's kind of like you're not getting the spells right if you're asking me that question, because then you need to... It doesn't do 19 or 20 damage crit. So we'll cast the Hex spell right now, okay, and go from there. But not a Hex. I'm taking the... But it doesn't do 15 damage. It does... Okay, so you're gonna do the... Yeah. Okay, so you do... Let's see. So you rolled a 10. You got 10 damage, plus your 5 is the 15, plus the 2 damage on the thing, so that is 17 damage. I'm sorry there was a little miscommunication, but Hex, Hexblade's Curse, Hex Warrior, Hex. There's a lot of fucking things that have Hex. You already did your thing, so you've used your second spell slot. I believe you can only do... How many spells can you do at level at 2? I think you can do 2, right? Pretty sure. Okay, so you do 17 damage. So you do the Eldritch Blast and the you curse and you yell and you hear this thunderous anger and everybody hears this anger in your voice, and you point towards the owlbear and you shoot and you hit your target, and the owlbear takes the turn, and it kind of just gets singed. You notice there's a lot more damage on its side as it takes a fuckload of damage, 17 damage. This owlbear almost falls and falls down. It is not looking so good. It is starting to bleed from the orifices of what it's cut from, and it is not looking very good at all right now. It is on its it's almost dead. It's on its turn right now. You did 17 damage, and I'm sorry for the confusion. Like hex versus Hexblade's curse, and I think I remember you did saying hex before, but I thought you said Hexblade's curse. I was pretty sure. I might have to go back and just read what you asked me, because I'm really confused. I thought you said Hexblade curse, not hex. Okay, so he sees the owlbear, weighs its options. It's not winning this battle. It's going to use its multi-attack, so it's going to use, or not going to use multi-attack. It's going to use its action to disengage, and then use its dash to, so it's not going to attack. It's using an action to disengage from everybody and do its dash movement. So it's 40 actually feet that it has. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It gets to about right here. It used its turn, so now it used its action to disengage, and then it used its bonus action for a oh wait, no, can't do that. Actually, it can't do that. It disengaged. It can use its movement 40 feet. Right, so it used its action to disengage and used its movement of 40 feet. Right, but it didn't attack. We're good. It didn't use a dash. So it used its action to disengage, and it used its movement to try and escape. So Cowgirl, you're up. I don't think you used any spell slots yet, actually. Well, you used a hex earlier. Yeah, you used your hex earlier when we were down here in this room. I think I remember you attaching it to everybody, and it kept jumping around to everybody, and I wasn't making you do concentration checks. And so that's your first level 1 spell. But it is an action to cast the spell. It's a level 1 spell, and I believe you know, and I'm sorry you think, but you did say hex, so either way you wouldn't have the spell, so you kind of gained a spell.
Okay, but furthermore,
yeah.
Arguing.
Hexblade's curse. Really? Okay, wait a minute. So, look. Are you talking about Hexblade's curse, or are you talking about the level 1 spell, Hex? Hex, the level 1 spell, is oh, it's a bonus action and it's a concentration. You're right. You're right. It's a bonus action, not just concentration. Okay, so you're right. Okay. So it is a bonus action. You're right. I'm sorry. The create, you can range until the spell ends. You deal extra 1d6 on a hit. So you have to get the hit still. So you add another 1d6. Add another 1d6 damage. Okay, roll a 6-sided dice, and we will see what happens. Okay, so you get your necrotic damage. That's fine. I can add that as a bonus. I need to fucking put this down though, that it's a bonus action. God damn it. It says concentration, and I didn't write bonus action next to it. And I write action or fucking bonus. Yeah, it is hex level 1 spell. It says though it's a casting time of 1 bonus action. So he's right. Okay, so just go ahead and roll your 1d6 necrotic damage. Yeah, you're fine. May not need it though. Go ahead and roll your 1d6 necrotic right now. Rolled a 6. All right. So the owlbear starts to run away. It starts to get a little bit farther. All of a sudden, its eyes open and it feels this pain enter in it as this dark and necrotic energy starts to consume it. As it's running, it just and it falls to the ground and slides away as it dies from the last little bit of damage as it tries to escape. It is now no more. It only had really 4 health left, so it was basically just a matter of one last hit. Boom, dead. Everybody. I'm so irritated with myself on that. Damn it. Okay, so let me add this right now. X-Blade's Curse, it's concentration, and it's a bonus action. Stupid. And it's a bonus. See, this is how I know if it's what it does. Okay. Gonna go to the library soon here and start print out some more. Save. There we go. That's important. Very important. Bonus action versus action is very important. It makes all the difference in it. Okay. The enemy is gone. Enemy dies. Alright. That is it. It seems like we have killed everything. There are some various, places and nooks to look about, but it looks like we've killed every threat so far around us. We are out of combat right now. I turn to the 3 of you. I look to Pro Gamer Guns, I look to Hero and Cowgirl and Skullface, and I'm like, we might want to get out of here, clean up and get out of here before maybe reinforcements come or something else like that. So we might want to get what we can and get the fuck out of here. What do you guys say? It'll take 2 days to get there, so there's 2 campings at least before we head to the inn. What say ye? What say ye? It's so complex. Your character is so fucking complex. You have to give me a break on that, Skullface. Your character is one of the more complex ones. Remember, Pro Gamer Guns, it's not about rolling for investigation and relying on the
Where do you see a chest?
Yeah, here's the thing, Pro Gamer Guns. It's not about just rolling for investigation and seeing what you get as you're depending on the dice roll. It's kind of what I've been telling Monarch too, is like, you got to tell me what you want to do, and then I tell you to roll for perception. Just being outside here right now, you roll for perception, you see a bunch of trees, you see the castle next to you, but you don't see any treasure next to you. You are currently outside and you see dead bodies. You do notice that there's, various armor and weapons these guys are wearing, but they probably won't catch you a very big price. You can always loot they've already been looted, most of these things around here. But you do notice some armor and weapons. The hobgoblin is, I think the hobgoblin doesn't have his weapon. He just has his armor, because Hero picked up his weapon and started using it, which was weird. Well, it's more that you guys gotta You not rely on the dice roll. Be like, I want to go over here and look over in this, or I want to go over here and search that. Then I will let you know if you found something. But just saying, I want to find a chest, or I want to search every room, it's kind of like, well, which room do you want to start at? Tell me which room you want to start at and where you want to go. I'm gonna currently head back towards the inside of the castle. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to walk past Monarch and wave to Monarch and walk up past Gothic and say, all right, bud, we're gonna start heading out. I'm gonna head back towards the mounts. Maybe keep an eye out at the front of the castle, make sure nobody else sneaks up on us. So I'm heading about here, about as far as I'll get going for this turn. I want to get as much as I can. So you can, if you want to try, did you want to try and harvest the carcass or anything like that? I mean, you know, just tell me, what do you want? You want to get as much as you can. So go ahead and you roll a nature. Go ahead and roll a nature check. When you walk up to the bear, Skullface, and you kind of take pity on the poor animal, for it is only acting naturally, and you start to see what you can find. Skin and Butcher, go ahead and roll a 20. Rolled a 15. All right, so very good. All right, let me see something really quick. I want to see something quick. No. Okay. All right. You walk up to the owlbear and you start to grab your dagger, Skullface, and you start to cut off some of its claws and take some of the owlbear's claws and a couple of feathers. So go ahead and write that down. Some owlbear claws and feathers. Go ahead and roll another 20, Skullface, as well. I'm gonna go to the rooms at the table. Okay. Let's see here. So Pro Gamer Guns starts to head down. She walks past Monarch. Monarch, are you doing anything? Rolled an 8. Go ahead and write that down as Earth. Write down the symbol next to it with the bear claws. Write it down as Earth. That is the symbol that's next to it. That'll be used later for alchemy. Draw a little mountain or something, but that is an earth symbol alchemy ingredient. Pro Gamer Guns, you walk through the hall and you see the door to your right. You turn and you open it, and you head and you see a kitchen. You see various plates. You see a fireplace lit next to you. You see various dishes, dirty dishes and food and other things like that. I want to look for mushrooms. All right, so Monarch, Monarch kind of starts to head up towards Pro Gamer Guns and Cowgirl. Monarch, go ahead and roll a 20 for perception, or go ahead and roll a survival for roll 20 and for survival. Room with the fancy tables. This one, right? Or the one on the right. You talking about the kitchen or? I think last time, Skullface, we looked it up. Like, that's why I told you it was a bonus action, because we actually looked it up again. My paper doesn't say bonus action. That's what I always go off of, is my paper. Because I'm not going to look it up every time, you know, and if I don't have it on my paper, then I should have it on my paper. You go ahead and roll for investigation, Pro Gamer Guns. Can I mention a watertight bag of whatever skin I can get from it? Go ahead and roll another 20, Skullface. You I'm just gonna see how much of an amount you get. You rolled a 1. It's a kitchen. You see a bunch of, like, some rotten food in a little bit, but you don't see much inside this room. You kind of deduct that there really, you know, isn't anything in this room anywhere. For a perception check? Anything else? Go, Pro Game Monarch rolled a 15. All right, go ahead and roll another 20, Monarch. Rolled a 3. You still, you with your nature. What's your nature? Or your survival, or your survival, right? 3. Okay, so you find you take about 10-15 minutes to cut up this thing. You mess up a couple times, and you're trying to get a good portion of skin off of it, and you kind of tear it when you're tearing it off, and you mess up a couple times, but eventually you get yourself one portion of about 1 pound or about 2 pounds of owlbear skin. Go ahead and write that down. I think I can actually tell you that the only room that hasn't been searched yet is the room with the owlbear that the owlbear was in. Rolled a 14. Okay, Monarch. You find some kanishta. After searching around, you find in these bushes a little yellow flower, and it has a orange bud in the middle and a yellow leaves around the outside. It has a small prickly to it, but it is what's it called? It is called a kanishta, or kanishta, and it is a earth. Go ahead and write down the word kanishta, and the earth symbol next to it is another earth symbol, element or ingredient called kanishta. So Skullface, you find that you want to try and do and fashion this into like a water, but you don't have the tools necessary on you. You don't have a sewing kit or anything, but you could probably go into town and have somebody fashion it for you or buy the material to make yourself, but you don't have the raw material on you to trinket and tinker to make a bag right now. You currently have a bloody pile of skin in your bag. You know, you wrap it up in another leather, and so it doesn't infect everything else in your bag, but you have a why is my mom calling at 10:10 p.m.? Must be important. Hello. Hey, what's up, Anu? Oh, hell no. Yeah. Yep, nope. We're all good. Just doing the show right now. Okay. Alright, love you. Okay. Puss. Love you. My mom got a call from a jail and was hoping it wasn't me. Thanks. That's okay. I use my hair and shave it down to one of the claws to make a needle. Oh, I like that. Alright, go ahead and roll a 20. And add, I'd say, let's do this as survival again. Add 3 for your survival. Kanishta? It's like Earth. I like that. Rolled a 12. Okay, very good. 15. Very good. So Skullface, you try to you kind of have your dagger and you grab one of the thinner looking claws. You try to search through the claws you have and you find a thinner looking claw, possibly to a pinky, and you get your dagger and you kind of shave a little circle into both sides of the hollowed out claw, and you fit some of your long hair through it, and you fashion yourself a string and needle. Don't lie to your mom. You use your hair and oh, I thought you were using your hair to make bread. How would you use hair to shave down a needle? You could use a dagger to shave down acrylic, but hair is not strong enough to shave down anything. Anything else anybody else wants to do? I start to realize something, and I go back. I grab Gothix. I tell him to follow me. Gothix follows quickly behind. After you know, trying to make sure that nothing really has been coming this way, I head back. I pass Snarl's body, and I walk up towards past Cowgirl, and Cowgirl and I talk to Gunderson Rockseeker and tell him that we should probably start getting out of here. Blue agrees, and we should probably start heading out of here before, if anything, any other reinforcements come. I don't know if I would allow me to use the hair. Yeah, I'll allow it. You rolled pretty decent for it. Want to go to the last room. Okay. Monarch, are you doing anything? Oh yeah, you're over there thing. Okay, so Pro Gamer Guns, you find yourself entering into the room, and it's very dark. You can't really see anything. You don't have dark vision, but there is not a lot of light in this room. What do you want to do? A very dark room. So we start to agree. We start to grab each other's. Monarch agrees as well. Monarch, you, after finding your Kanishta, you put it into your pack, and we are all going to start heading out. We kind of yell off to Skullface that we're going to start heading out, and he will start to follow here in a second, I'm sure. So we put Gunderson in between all of us. We'll go ahead and roll You're in a dark room, so mechanically wise, you can't really see that well. If you want to try and investigate, you can investigate and roll a 20 or perception, but you will have disadvantage on the roll. What that means is you have to do something else to give yourself a little bit better advantage on finding stuff. You're in a dark room. You mechanically wise, you don't see shit. And if you want to try searching around, you're searching in a room that's dark, so you have disadvantage. All right, go ahead and roll another 20 and take the worst result. The skull, that skull I got, can that be an ingredient? What skull did you get? When did you get a skull? Monarch? I will use a longsword as a cane. You're in a dark room. That'll help you know if you touch something, but you're not going to see anything. And currently, Monarch Pro Gamer Guns, you notice a just a very dark room right now. You get around, you start to go ahead and roll another 20, but you go ahead and roll another 20. Okay. I'd say it can be. You just have a skull in your backpack, Monarch. Then you just have, it's a skull from an old old humanoid. But you currently have a skull. Honestly, you know, you don't know. You could ask an alchemist and see if it could be used as an ingredient, maybe bone meal or something like that. But you personally, you can go ahead and roll a 20, Monarch, as well. Rolled a 13 and whisper Max. Yes. Yes, I do. So after that, you fashion yourself a thread and thing, but I would say you have a thread and needle right now. You can do with it what you will, but we are kind of like, I tell Skullface and everybody that we should probably start to head out. Time is of the essence. We shouldn't even, you know, be trying to craft anything right now. Let's get the hell out of here and get Rockseeker out of here before anything else comes back. All right. Roll a 7. You feel around Pro Gamer Guns. You notice a broken down table. You notice some feces of the owlbear, and you just barely pass by it as your sword touches it. And you don't really see anything. It's very dark in this room. There are no windows, and feeling around with a cane in a dark room is not going to help you find a chest, unless it was in the middle of the floor. But you do notice that there is nothing on the floor, there's nothing in the middle of the floor, and it is a very dark room, and you can barely see any other details other than that. Searching around in a dark room without a light source is basically not gonna happen. That got me far in life. You're silly. Alright, so everybody agrees, and we start to head down. Everybody packing away their little scavenging ingredients. We make it down the hallway together. We meet up with Gothix. Gothix joins the group as well. We're looking for Pro Gamer Guns. I come over here to the side and I yell out to any direction because I'm not sure where Pro Gamer Guns went, and I'm like, bro, we need to get going. and you kind of hear that Pro Gamer Guns. You know, I don't know where you are, but I kind of yell out, you know, Pro, we need to get going. We're gonna start heading out. Pro Gamer Guns, you, after searching around and being, you know, trying to find something, you just deduct that it's a dark room, and you start to head out, and you hear Max call out to you, and you start to come out the door, and Max and the rest of the group, you open the door, and you see the rest of the group. We all look towards you, and Cowgirl holding her fire, and we start to head out through the door that you came in, Hero, and she jumps in. And I think that's everybody. Blue's with us, everybody. And we start to head out the door. I'm here. I'm coming. Oh, really? Think so? Because it's just dropping everywhere. As we walk out, the deep dark hum of the castle starts to fade away. And we find ourselves entering into... Okay. Okay. You start to hear the birds chirping. You start to you see the dead goblin on the floor that Hero murdered, and I look to Hero and I'm like, you know, did you do this? And he kind of smiles, and we start to head out together. I believe that's everybody, right? Oh, don't you crash on me. All right, yep. Gunderson starts to thank us for finding him. He's, you know, relieved that he can get home. We still aren't home yet, but, you know, we're looking pretty good. We get back to our respective mounts. Pro Gamer Guns, you know, you get excited and you run over to Molly and hop on her back and give her some hugs. Skullface calls over Silver. Silver was off in some bushes and was looking around for you know, various foods and stuff, and keep, you know, heads over. He hears you, and you know, doesn't really make a first move right away. You know, you have to kind of call him over again, and he comes out of the bushes as he hears the sternness in your voice a little bit, and well, I can't just tell you that. You have to use a scroll of augury for me to tell you that question. That's a DM question you can't ask me. I am sorry. We don't have our mounts. Silver and thing. So I turn to my group, and I'm like, okay, guys, we made it out of here. What's the next plan? Where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to head back into town? Do you want to, what else do you guys want to, anything you want to do before we head out? Like, my suggestion is we head back to town. It's about 2 days travel back to the town of Phandalin. We can do that, but we will have to make camp at least maybe twice before we get home. Okay. Town sounds like town. Cowgirl, town. Pro Gamer Guns, town. I agree, town. Okay, good. All right. Okay, guys. Who's leading the charge? Who's in front? Who's in back? What's the packing order of the party? What's our organization? So we are going to start treading through the forest and trying to head back. Rest. Okay. We can do that. So before we, it is about 5:30 p.m. right now, or no, about 7 p.m. right now, 7:30. The sun is about, getting close to sunset. It's still summer hours, so it's not It's definitely in the southern west hemisphere of our planet. You know, but it's still a decent time of day. Who's in front? Who's in the back? Who's where? I'm going to be in the middle with Gunderson next to me, and Cowgirl. You want to what? You want to lead? Alright, Hero is behind as well. Silver and Skullface. Cowgirl says she's down to lead. I'll guard the king. Skullface heads up a little bit to the right of Max as well. Really? It just won't light back up or what?
That is.
Have to get a bowl or something, huh? What? Oh, really? Oh, it melted through. Wow.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I didn't think it was gonna do that. So it's the glass that keeps it from melting through all the way. That means it's very easy melty can't wax. Okay. Oh, it wouldn't do that. 3 on the side. Okay. Third intermission. Okay, so real quick, Pro Gamer Guns. We're under attack now. So we start to head south. We're all gathered. We're all still kind of, not everyone's fully healed. We're all damaged. We're all scuffed. We're all worn out from a very good battle. And you know, and I kind of yell out to everybody. I'm like, good job, everybody. Nobody died. You know, what happened to you guys when we separated earlier? Like, it sounded like things were going pretty bad. I heard a couple of screams of and anger, and then I heard something Cowgirl yell out, "Heroes never die." And we sit here. So we start to head south. All right, we find ourselves walking through the forest, and we walk past those ruins we saw earlier. You know, Pro Gamer Guns, you're flying in the air. Skullface, you notice a couple of footsteps resembling the same footsteps you saw earlier of Krogs, the bugbear that was with us. We find ourselves, we get out of the forest, and we come out, and we find the Tribor Trail in front of us, and we kind of, you know, a slight ease, you know, comes over us as we realize that, you know, okay, we're getting closer to home. But everybody wants to vote for rest, so where do you want to rest, or how, or what's the plan? The inn is 2 days travel away. You have to make camp at least. Yeah, but where do you want to make camp? How do you want to make camp? You want to make camp right here on the trail? No, but I'll protect you with my life. I want to go find the bugbear after this. Yeah, or you go head the hell, run off all you want, but right now... Find a river. Okay, or in the trees. Okay, so both you, Skullface, Pro Gamer Guns, go ahead and roll 20s and roll survival. Or, yeah, survival. Rolled a 9 and 12, and Pro Gamer Guns got a 6. Okay. So we're heading down the path. It's becoming about 8 o'clock, and Skullface and Skullface and Silver, we start to get towards. We come across as we're walking down the path. Okay, I don't have this map, but we're walking down the path, and we come across a bridge, and a river is spanning the bridge. Now we can take the bridge. The river goes to the south, or we can go to the north of the river. You have a choice. Do you want to take a left and go south on the river, or go north up the river? And we will make camp near the river that the Triborough Trail goes over. Let me pull this up. Actually, you actually have an app for it. Let's see. Come on. Work. Guys, currently we're at the river right here near Cragmaw Castle. Yeah. Let's go to the north. Monarch votes for north. So this is where we currently are. This is the river that crosses over the bridge. We are still about a good travels away. We can go north or we can go south. Alright, Programmer Guns, you have a good night, alright? Get some rest, get some sleep, good luck tomorrow. I'm trying to pan. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. We find ourselves at this river. Give some points out. There you go. Let's go to the densest part of the forest next to the river. Go ahead and roll a survival check again. Full face. Yeah, go ahead and roll a 20 for just figure out where the densest part of the forest is, or what you think you can assess. Rolled a 5. It's a forest. It's definitely a big forest, that's for sure. You can't tell. I'm sorry. Anybody else want to do anything? Mushrooms. We are looking for a place to stay. Go ahead and we are not. Go and roll another 20, Monarch. Is there a spot under the bridge? Skullface, you know, you hear the river, you know, the creek, babbling, and you jump, and the thud of your armor and shoes as you jump near underneath the bridge, and you detect there's not a lot of room underneath the bridge. It's a smaller bridge. The river starts to thin out a little bit around the bridge. You rolled an 8. Monarch, you what do you got? Nature. What's your survival? What's your survival, Monarch? 5 is 13. Ah, very good. All right, go ahead and roll another 20. Rolled a 17. All right, Monarch. You found some golden lungwort. So you're searching around, Monarch, and you find a bunch of rocks. And near the rocks, you find this bushy type plant, very small, low to the ground, with red and grayish purple clumps and clusters growing around the thick part of the bud, and then green leaves kind of spread out around it. Go ahead and write down some golden god damn it, and in the middle of the bulb you see this bright yellow singular bulb in the middle of it. You found yourself some golden lungwort. It is a fire symbol. Go ahead and write down the fire symbol. Could you set up a tent under it? You cannot set up. A single person could set up a tent, but the whole party can't fit underneath the bridge. You find that it is very muddy. It is a smaller bridge. It only could fit maybe one person, and there is no adequate place to stay right near the bridge. There is trees and certain rocks and stuff, but you're not really finding. We could stay near the river, but it's a little more away from the river to find some flatter area, unless we want to like cut down trees or something. You can by yourself, but the rest of the party, they all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of us cannot fit at this little spot near the bridge. We definitely need some flatter area. It's not enough room underneath the bridge. It is a very smaller bridge under the river. There isn't a lot of places underneath the bridge. It is a smaller little wooden bridge. You deduct it barely holds the carriages that pass by it, but it is a very small prong, you know, single prong in the middle bridge with a slight woodish arc, a dark, you know, boreal wood made of, and you deduct there's not enough space underneath the bridge for 12 people, nor anywhere near the bridge for 20 people. As Max, you know, I kind of call out to you, and I'm like, you know, like, what do you see, Skullface? What do you see, Tiefling? I know this place. A horseshoe overlook. I like. Monarch, go ahead and roll a 20. Or You know, while I'm sitting here, why don't I just do this? It'll be fun. Ready? Since I don't have it already there and we're kind of adjusting, I'm gonna do this. Ready? It'll be fun. And you guys continue talking. Monarch rolled a 20. I see Diddy shit. I don't die, I just do this. Can't wait till Wednesday. Alright, so anything else you'd like to do? Monarch, you don't really see anything. I was trying to see if you would find something. Anything else? I'll go north always to see what I can see. Didn't get the reference. No, I didn't. I know. No, I didn't get the reference. I'm sorry. I'll go scout for a ridge. Okay, both of you go ahead and roll 20s again. Roll a 19 and a 20. Okay. So Monarch, you head north a little bit, and Skullface as well goes with you. They say, everybody, you know, wait, we'll go scout ahead. Skullface, Silver, and Monarch start to head a little bit up river, a little towards the river, and they take a second, and they get up to the river, and they look around, and they look to the left and they look to the right, and they start to see that the river gets a lot more thick, a lot bigger towards the north, and they sound like it's louder towards the north, so they head up towards the north. And Monarch and Skullface, you find a decent looking area just a little bit up the ways. We'll see. Monarch Skullface, you find yourself about maybe 10-15 minutes travel. You find a little more private of an area. The trees are still thick, but the ground is a lot more flat and less hilly. You guys deduct that we might be able to camp here if we like. We might have to cut down a tree or two or something, but it's kind of wherever you guys want to camp. Like this looks like it holds a little more people, but you know, you see the river kind of splits, and one of the smaller creeks heads off in another direction. The forest is still pretty thick out here, but you find your ridge, Monarch, a little bit more to the north. Oh crap. Alright, do this. God damn it. I send a message, Ravine. You have a you start to you guys head back, and you find the group kind of, you know, everybody kind of chilling. Pro Gamer Guns and Molly have settled. Monarch, Blue and Hero sit talking next to Percy. Max and Cowgirl are having a conversation with Gunderson, and you guys, you know, come out of the bush, and you see the group turn to you, and you tell us that, hey, you know, we found what looks, you know, more or less acceptable. It's a little bit off the trail, so we don't, you know, not so close to a properly traveled trail, especially with creatures and stuff running around all over the place. You guys tell and wave everybody over, and everybody kind of packs up, and you know that was at ease, and we all start to head. Follow you guys with Silver in the lead, smelling around as you will, and we're walking. You know, we push past and follow the river up north together. So as we're heading, we follow the river, and you start to notice some trees have different colors, and this place seems a little more untouched, which kind of gives you a little more sense of safety. And we find ourselves walking, next to the river and get to the ridge, and Monarch and Skullface turn around and tell the group that this place looks pretty nice, looks pretty adequate. I think we could set up here. Camp for the night, or it is about 9 o'clock now. It is starting to get, it's dark now, definitely. The sun has set. By the time we make it up here, we luckily find it all right before it gets a little dark. And everybody want to set up for camp then? to the campsite, I cast Animal Speak. Alright, Skullface starts to do a ritual, and he starts to move his hands and cast this spell, Bespeak, and takes a minute while everybody starts to set up camp. Monarch, you land on a tree up here, up in the deeper part of the forest, and you start to stand watch for everybody as everybody starts to set up their tents. And Skullface, go ahead. As everybody's starting to set up the tents, Cowgirl starts to hello again, Silver. Silver looks to you in a little more friendlier of a voice, but it's still a very deep undertone, and he says, well, hello. How have you been? And it's still a very gruff sounding voice, but you hear a sense of more welcoming to you, Skullface, as he looks to you in curiosity and you know, remembering that, you know, you guys have spoken before, and being aware that this is actually a possibility now to hear you talk to him. He seems a little more comfortable with it now. Doesn't want to load, does it? As loud as that gets, huh? Fine, don't load. I don't care. Skullface looks to Silver and says, I'm not too bad. You disappeared on me for a while, and I started to get bored, and I get really bored around the other two animals. They don't talk to me very much, but you know, we seem to have a decent respect for each other. They seem to have more of a tight-knit group, but they've definitely been more friendlier to me. I still feel hungry. You know, I caught myself some muskrats, and but that only suffices for so long. Into the night. Oh, those are tokens. I don't want those to be tokens. Oh no, I closed it. Uh-oh. Hold up. I closed my chat. Hang on. I'm not gonna see whatever you just typed. Give me a minute. Oh, bitch. My chat just disappeared. Oh, it's too much for the computer to load. Guys, I need a better computer. Like, it's loading hardcore. Give it a minute. Okay, now I can see the chat. I got it on my phone now. But it erased whatever you just said, so I'm sorry. So please repeat what you just said. Everybody's, you know, setting up camp. Cowgirl, go ahead. Does anybody want to look for firewood or anything like that? We don't really have any material to burn just yet. As we're setting up the camp. Why is there two? Well, would you like to help me catch some fish? Skull, the dog, and he starts. Silver starts to wag his tail and kind of open his mouth, and he without you hear him say, "Yes, yeah, that sounds pretty good." And that muskrat had a little bad aftertaste to it, and he agrees to go fishing with you if you like. Anything you doing, Monarch? Everything needs to load. I was trying to... Okay, so we're setting up camp. It's about another 30 minutes to 45 minutes before both, at least 3 tents are up. Let's see here. We currently don't have any firewood. I call out to Monarch, please try and find some firewood while you're out there in the forest. And Monarch heads out into the forest, and here's what I say. What say you, Monarch? come on, Silver, let's go. My friend. You, Silver doesn't scoff at you this time, but Silver and Skullface head down here. Go ahead and roll a 20. What do you want to fish with? And how do you want to fish and all that stuff? Monarch says in a low tone, sure, and you kind of hear this crackle of thunder in the air, Monarch, as I look to you in your slight defiance of your so enthusiasm. My character takes it a little offensively. Say sure to your king. ... All these Earth trees will always stay. Okay. I use my dagger thread. Go ahead and roll a 20, Skullface. Skullface, you start to, you walk up to the river and you see a couple of fish swimming by, but the current is taking them pretty downstream. Go ahead, Monarch, roll a 20. Rolled a 19. Skullface, as you see a fish, you get the timing right, and you want to impress Silver, and you see Silver kind of look up at you and look at the fish, and you throw the dagger, and it hits the fish, and instantly the green flame flies out of the water and goes towards the fish. But being in the water, the water starts to put out the flame as it gets closer to the fish through the water, and kind of fizzes at the fish. But you catch yourself with one fish. The fish kind of stops swimming, and the water is kind of currently taking a little downstream. You quickly go towards the water, and the dagger's weight kind of pulls the fish down to the ground on the water, and it just kind of tumbles slowly. But you get it and you grab it, and you're about right here, and you grab the little fish. Maybe if it was a higher level spell, I would think I could do like level 2. But as far as I know, Green Flame Blade, it is a cantrip, so it's not as crazy strong, and it is fire. So fire is gonna get put out in water, even if it's magical fire. Skullface turns to Silver and asks him if he, do you like your fish raw or cooked? And he says, I like it wet and wiggling. I prefer my prey to be moving. So Silver, seeing you show him up and get a fish on your first try, having a little more practice, walks up and tries to give himself a attack and see if he can grab a fish as well. He rolls an 18. You see Silver kind of mentally say to you, "Watch this," as he and effortlessly grabs a fish. You currently have 2 fish. Monarch, you rolled a 17. Monarch, searching around, you see a bunch of sticks and a pile of broken, or not pile, but you see like some broken logs and various branches, and you gather up what you can and put it in your bag, and you flutter back to the camp and you throw down the wood onto the ground and you unpack it, and Cowgirl walks up to you and says, "Thank you for bringing some wood, Sir Barterfly." Hero goes in, is working on his tent and is barely finishing it up. Is there anything you want to do, babe? You throw the pile of wood on the floor, and Cowgirl gets a flame ready and shoots the pile of wood on the floor. There isn't any stones around the pile. It's just a basic pile of wood that is on the floor, currently burning. But the fire is now lit, and the sense of warmth finally starts to surround you, and you feel nice comfort from the fire as it snaps, crackles, and pops. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll another 20. I pet him a little. You see him, and he starts to chomp on it, and you try to pet him. He doesn't growl at you, but he's definitely eating away at that fish right now. Alright, Monarch, so you search around and you're looking, and you find near a tree trunk some yellow and bluish tint mushrooms, and its name is Knitbone, and you need to roll another 20 on it to detect if it's poisonous or not. So go ahead and roll a nature check and add your nature. Go ahead and roll another 20, Skullface. But I get proficiency for using my dagger. You already are proficient in your dagger. You already have proficiency with the dagger. alchemist set or herbalist, but you gain proficiency through levels, and that proficiency bonus changes as you level up. But proficiency, the way it works is you either have proficiency in it or you don't. If you have proficiency in it, you add your proficiency modifier. If you don't have proficiency in it, you don't add your modifier. But proficiency just lets you use your modifier or don't. That's the only difference. After setting up the tents, I walk towards Skullface and I hear splashing about, and I see Silver chomping on some fish, and I'm coming down and I kind of wave, and I'm like, I see you guys are off to a good start. Oh, would you get proficiency for using? Yeah, you have proficiency because you're using an attack roll. Monarch, you rolled a 12. It is not poisonous. You found yourself some edible mushrooms. Anything else? As it's getting late, I'm gonna make an attempt to get some fish as well. Like we're on a very fishy diet. Out of 16, I grab my sword and I walk a little bit more into the water, get some footing. Water's starting to get into my boots a little bit, and I see a fish and I get ready, and it's really dark. You know, it's getting dark, and you know what? I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because now it's getting darker. I rolled a 3, and as I'm getting ready, I strike down and I miss the fish. I do not have dark vision, so I wouldn't normally I wouldn't be able to. If you have dark vision, I'll allow no disadvantage, but which you do have, Skullface. You babe. Anything you want to do? You got the fire started for the campsite. Our tent is built. Gunderson. Cowgirl heads away and tries to see where Max went, and everybody seems to be doing stuff. And she hears splashing about, and she hears me yell out as I miss. Go ahead, babe. And she's like, I want to give it a shot. What'd you roll? Plus what? Oh, 14. That's fine. Oh, you rolled a 7. Okay. So Cowgirl, how did you want to do it? Help me out. Okay. So she grabs her arrows and she sees Max, and she knocks and she shoots, and she just barely misses as the fish turns in the last second. If you guys want to do anything else, go ahead. This is free movement. I'm not going to keep asking what do you want to do. So if I sit here quiet, it's because I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what you guys want to do. Because you know, we're at our campsite, you know. Well, I'll probably get calling it here too because it's 11:13. I'll roast him by the campfire. Very good, Monarch. And so Monarch grabs a little stick on his way, you know, from the pile that he grabbed earlier, and he lands near the fire and sticks one of the mushrooms on his sticks, and he starts to roast his mushroom, and it starts to crackle and starts to see the stars above. And there's a lot more clouds in the clouds in the sky today than there was last night. And the Skullface has his dagger again, and as he pulls it out of the fish and strikes down and throws his dagger, and the other fish tries to dodge, and another fish somehow comes right next to it and poof, happens to get that fish, and again the fish starts to go ahead. Skullface, do a just a dexterity or acrobatics. Do an acrobatics check as the water starts to take the fish and the dagger a little farther from you. As it starts to tumble and the river starts to take it down a little bit. Well, Gamer Guns heads into her tent. Okay. You rolled a 4-7. Oh my god. Okay, so you just barely miss your dagger as you stumble and you jump at it, and it flops around and it just gets a little bit farther from you. Go ahead and roll another 20 as the dagger is starting to get a little farther from you. It's about 5 feet from you right now, and the dagger is being taken downstream with the fish. You stumble around, you're like, fuck, oh crap, and you start to, Can you do that yet? You're only level 2 right now. I don't think you can call back your dagger. It's just a regular dagger. Have your Hex Warrior, choose the weapon after long rest, add Charisma mod. I don't think you can, you're not level 3 yet. You can't call your weapon back to you. We're only level 2. Unless there's something at level 2 that can make you call back your dagger, but as far as I know, you don't have that yet. Right? Alright, Monarch, you heading out? Yeah, we'll probably call this then. Just want to get this part over for Skullface. Let me double check. Alright, since you know you did get me on one of them. Let me look. Hex Warrior, it doesn't do that though. Hex Warrior will do that at level 3. That's when Hex Warrior will do that. That's what we were having our conversation about. But as far as I know, buddy, that'll be available when you make your Hex Blade your packed weapon. Two things. Like the balance of it is your packed weapon is what gives you that ability to call your call the blade. Your Hex Blade is what gives you the charisma. That's how they balanced it. Is your packed weapon is a weapon you call, and then you can make that your packed weapon, whatever weapon it is, magical or otherwise, and that's the weapon you call. But you have to also make that weapon your Hex Warrior weapon as well. So let's look at this up. Why not? Alright, so Hex Blade Warrior. At first level, you require the training to effectively arm yourself in battle. You gain proficiency with medium armor, shields, blah blah blah, martial weapons, daggers and such. You have proficiency with the dagger, right? So the influence of your patron allows you to mystically channel your will through a particular weapon. Whenever you finish a long rest, you have to touch one weapon that you are proficient with and that lacks the two-handed property. When you attack with that weapon, you use your charisma modifier, so that is adding your +5 damage to your charisma modifier instead of strength or dex. That is your Hex Warrior. That's all the Hex Warrior is. The Hex Blade, or the Pact of the Blade, okay, look at this. If you later gain the Pact of the Blade feature, this benefit extends to every packed weapon you conjure with the feature. Okay, so there you go. Okay, I have a correction. So when you do call your packed weapon, it adds the charisma modifier, no problem. That's what that means. So if you later gain the packed blade feature, this benefit extends to every packed weapon you conjure with that feature. So you get, so there you go. You got the dex, or you got the charisma the charisma +5 to any packed weapon. So I was wrong. But right now you don't have packed weapon. You are not level 3. Pact of the Blade comes at level 3, right? But you will get that +5, so you will not have to wake up and tell me which one. You gotta bear with me. Your class is so fucking complicated. Like, yeah, it is a complicated fucking class. Got so much ins, outs, and buts with it. Okay. You do have proficiency. You gain that with the Hex Warrior. Your dagger is proficient. Martial weapons are like swords. I don't believe they're two-handed weapons. I believe it's just martial weapons, but I could double check that for you. But martial weapon is swords, long swords, bows, I believe. It's a very big range. I don't know if two-handed is a part of it, but I'm sure it would be. You didn't have, or you do, you have proficiency in Dex. You got a 14. Okay. So, successfully added, you got a 14. Okay, very good. So you, you stumble the first time and you, the dagger gets a little bit more wavy. You're getting a little more wet now, and you just barely in time grab the dagger just in time to pick it up, and you know, the fish is still kind of wiggling a little bit from its muscular twitches, and you have yourself another fish. So we had 2 fishes. Silver ate 1, we're down to 1. You caught another one, you're up to 2, and this is your 3rd fish. So this is 3 fish. What I think I'll do is we can call it from here, and since everybody's gone, we'll leave it at where you're fishing and everybody's setting up camp, and since it's getting like late as hell, I will let you guys go, okay? Here's the thing, if you ever have something that you know it is for sure, and you've read it, and you can show me that it says this, like, it says right here, Max, that I have proficiency in martial weapons, and you're like, look at this website, it says it right here, and then I will definitely, because, you know, I don't know everything. I'm 3 months into this, you know, like, I don't know everything. I am doing my best to learn as much as I can from the beginning, and your class is one of those classes that has a lot of crazy shit. You're not a very straightforward class. You may think you're a straightforward class, but you're not. You have fucking this hex, that hex, concentration, spells up the ass, your cantrips, your packed weapon, your eldritch invocations, you know, not to mention your eldritch invocations. On top of your charisma modifier adds to your fucking spells. Ugh, you know how fucking mind-fucking that is? But, you know, if you have something that's written that says martial archetypes, like, I am proficient in martial weapons, and I say you're not, and you are like, but it says so that I can in this, you know, thing, you know, like, right here, look at it. I will go look at it. You can see, I'm not afraid to go look at the goddamn thing, you know, I'm not gonna change the rules to give you disadvantage to fucking, because I just don't want to, you know, because I'm stubborn or something like that, you know. Alright, Monarch. And thank you for saying that, Skullface, you know. I appreciate it. I really do, you know. I try my best, and I envy your campaign, kind of, because you say that you guys are just crazy open everywhere, you get to do everything. That's a really, you know, that could be even more fun, because I'm more worried that our story that someone's gonna die, and you know, and it's kind of like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to let somebody die if they die. You know, what are we gonna do? You know, I feel though a lot of times we're just running into these things where it's like, you know, what is Max gonna tell us to do next? And it's like, I want you guys to fucking say what you guys want to do. Like, oh, I want to look for loot. How? You know, relying on the dice roll to just get the loot is not how the game works. The game works is that I walk into this room and I want to search it. This room's dark. You can't see anything. I still want to search it, even though it's dark and I can't see anything. I'm going to use, you know, like I like the creativity of trying to use the sword, but it's like you don't have light and you don't have dark vision, and just feeling around with the sword, you know, there was a, you missed something. There was shit in there. You missed it. I'm blind and he's a hobgoblin. It's a little more fun sometimes when you have a little more open, and honestly that's kind of what I want to do with the second campaign. Megan wants to do, like, you know, this would be different from our characters, but it would just be more of a, we fucking die, we die. You know, it happens, it happens. Like here, same thing. You die, you die. Like, there's ways to get around death, but, you know, not this early in the game. You better hope that nobody dies right now, because they ain't going to be playing for a long time. You know, and if anything, they actually might have to make a new character if we can't get to their body, like, their soul back to their body, or some form of way, you know. But, just still, you know, we'll see how it goes, you know. Alright, good night, Soulface, good night, Blue, thanks for hanging out with me, you know, being patient with me. We'll pick it up here. We're currently setting up camp, you know. You're next to Percy, Blue, your tent is all set up, and Monarch, he's be a freaking wild, yeah, no, Cowgirl wants to do wild magic. That would be really fun to see what happens. There's a lot of different lists. I'm here, I'm gonna get to work. That's okay, Draco. We didn't run into you yet, but I have an idea of how that's gonna all work. Now, hey, someone shot that damn. Someone shot that DMDM off. Oh. DMDM? Shut that damn DM off. Oh, okay, I got you. Hey, Dirt Moon, you're welcome back, buddy. We're calling it. We're heading to bed. I'm having the long outro again. Yeah, we're all heading out, buddy. It's late. We're calling it for the night. It's 11:30. That means he doesn't have to use a dagger. You know what that means, Skullface, is that you can use, you know, we can go into town now and you can buy a weapon or something that's martial now, you know, and you're not forced to use a dagger. The green flame blade only works, no, it does work on, I think it's a melee hit, so as long as it's a melee, the green flame blade works on anything, daggers, swords, whatever. But you can find yourself a martial weapon in the store. It's something to look forward to. That's alright. We'll be on tomorrow, Draco Thunder. I'm off tomorrow. You know, we had a really good stream today. We had, you know, I'll be on tomorrow. Might be able to mess around in the arena. Oh, you're all good. Send and delete. I got you. Shoot the damn wolf. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. He keeps fucking. Not supposed to be doing it that often. Done. No more wolves. I was getting tired of that wolf anyway. Hear this in the background.